pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
And you're looking live here at Lewiston High School. Thank you for joining us Friday night. IdahoSports.com's GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night, brought to you by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage here on IdahoSports.com is brought to you by P1FCU. Looking at the stretch lines going on, the end zone still waiting on Lakeland to come out of the locker room. It's senior night here in Lewiston. A game for all the marbles. The Bengals, number 5 in the Max Preps rankings, taking on the visiting Lakeland Hawks, number 3 in the Max Preps rankings, which looks to be a very tasty matchup. Ryan Skaggs here, joined by Tim Sperber in the booth tonight, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think they're two very equally matched teams. Both are explosive, both play tough defense, so we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be great.
So Lakeland's coming in. They defeated Sandpoint last week 41-7, an absolute drubbing at home, taking on the Bulldogs last week. Like we said, number 3 in the Max Preps rankings. They come in 6-2 overall, 1-0 in league, 4-0 on the road. Perfect road mark on there, 2-2 at home this year. But offensively, averaging 29.6 points per game in a stingy defense, giving up only 10.2 points per game. Looks to be, it's like we talked about it in the prep cast this week. The immovable object versus the unstoppable force, the two front lines for both of these teams. Kind of the clash of the Titans up front between the Bengals and the Hawks in this one. Lewiston got some massive size up front.
They have huge kids, and they're tall, they're athletic, and they have a big nose guard that just is hard to move, and they're exciting to watch. They control the ball up front, and it's fun to be here and fun to be at this game. It's going to be great.
Yeah, a great matchup. This one's for all the marbles in the 5A IEL. This is a league championship game. We kind of didn't really plan on this one being the de facto championship, but here we are. We're going to stand for the national anthem. We'll be back here in a couple minutes on IdahoSports.com.
I'm always looking for new ways to save, but I haven't found anything better than my P1FCU Ascend checking account. It's a free account that earns 3.5% APY of your average monthly balance. That could feed your coffee obsession for 2 weeks. Not only am I earning money, but I also have all the great features of a checking account, like mobile deposit and mobile wallet. Open your Ascend checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today. APY is the annual percentage.
Idaho isn't your average state, and we are not your average people. We're not afraid to jump feet first, and we see the world a little differently. We know the importance of slowing down and the value of catching up. When we're not busy getting lost, we're looking out for one another. Our whitewater is aggressive, but our driving is not. We know all about taking chances, but we also know our limits. We drive safely because we care. It's who we are.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're valley-wide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
And we're back here at Lewiston High School, the new P1FCU athletic complex, I believe that's what they call it here, which is a gorgeous facility at Lewiston High School for tonight's ball game. The Bengals in the home anthracite with the yellow and purple trim, yellow numbers, yellow helmets, kind of look like the LSU Tigers with kind of the alternate uniform there. And the Hawks in the visiting road whites, green pants, yellow helmet, and going to be a dandy of a ball game. We talked about this in pregame. We're still kind of going over it here. Lakeland led by Lovey Weil, their running back, a dynamic athlete, 161 yards per game. Wow. He's got 21 TDs on the season, averaging 7.8 yards per carry, and he's leading the state at 1,288 rushing yards on the season. Dynamic senior running back for the Hawks. And then Hayden Benson, not too bad in his own right, a quarterback, the signal caller, 68% completion percentage and a 98.1 passer rating. He's averaging 161 total yards per game as a signal caller for the Hawks. So, kind of a two-headed threat there with Lakeland. And then obviously you look at Jace Taylor, Peyton Hillman, and Landon Burmeister at receiver for the Hawks. He can stretch the field for Lakeland when they need to, but they really lean heavily in that running game.
Yep. I think it's going to be a fun offense to watch, especially with Weil at running back. Him putting up the yardage that he's putting up against a defense that's pretty good at stopping the run. It'll be fun to watch.
He's had a rush over 50 yards in every game but one this year. So he's a home run hitter at running back for this team, and they have 304 yards of total offense last week against Sandpoint, averaging 343 yards per game. I mean, you win at 41-7, and you didn't even hit your season average.
And I think the interesting thing for me too is Lewiston. I was at the game last week here for the inaugural game at our new complex here in Lewiston, and it was amazing to watch. I thought it was going to be a much closer game, and the Lewiston kids came out so excited. I think having the new stadium and all the excitement of homecoming, two blowouts coming into this game, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and take me through Lewiston. I mean, I haven't had my eyes on them this year as much as you have. I've had Lakeland 3 times so far this year. So, tell me a little bit about the Bengals.
Well, I think, Jeremy Yoder is a great kid. He's a great leader. He's a vocal leader. He's their quarterback. I looked for him to carry the ball a lot. I think he's going to put the ball up to the Aldridge kid at receiver. And then you throw in a kid like Cole Arlant that is just that all-purpose kid. And Cole scored the first touchdown last week for the Bengals at the new stadium, and it's fun to watch this offense. Like you already said, they're big up front. I think not only with Drew Aldridge, but they have Noah Carpenter and Nathan King are their receiving threats, and then Austin Top, of course, and Noah running the ball. And it's fun for me. A lot of these kids, I was their elementary school principal, Cole and Austin, and then a lot of these the boys I was their middle school principal. So I know a lot of them. I've known a lot of them almost all their lives, and it's fun to be here. It's fun to watch them, and I think this is just going to be a fantastic night of football.
Yeah, I mean, excited. You've got the Lewiston roots. I've got the Lakeland roots. So I used to coach there with many of the guys that are on this crew, and Coach Schroeder does a great job taking over this program. He's really kind of turned the tide, and this is a team, I mean, you talk about how high they are on the program. You look at ranked number 3 right now in the Max Preps. If they get a win tonight, realistically, they've got a shot at jumping Hillcrest into that 2 seed line. You don't know what happens statewide. If you want to know what's statewide, you can go to IdahoSports.com and check our Friday Night Flash for all the scores around the state. But Lakeland's got a lot at stake in this game. I mean, 6-2 overall, looking to go 7-2 in a outright league championship. They haven't won a first-round playoff game, I believe. It was in the 90s was the last time they won a first-round game. So it's going to be huge for this team to get a win.
I think so too. And I'm from Coeur d'Alene. I'm a Coeur d'Alene grad from the early '80s, and that was back in the in the Terry Kiefer days of Lakeland football, and they always had that big, tough middle linebacker. They always had a fullback. They were ground and pound, and it was always fun because they messed in the playoffs every year. They were in the mess every year,
Yep.
and I just remember back to those days of how good they were, and it's fun to see them have an opportunity tonight to make history really for.
Yeah.
I don't know, 20-some years.
And you look at Lewiston on the other side of the ball. They came down to 5A this year. The new classification schedule, they would have been a 6A team coming down to 5A. And the Bengals in their own right, I mean, they got a huge win earlier in the year over Coeur d'Alene at the old Bengal field, kind of the swan song in that series at the old stomping grounds down on 11th Avenue. And that's a cool, going from that facility to this facility, it kind of feels like you entered the Twilight Zone a little bit.
Yeah. We had that lunch conversation today. It's like, oh my goodness. And I still love Bengal Field. Bengal Field has a history of, it was the old Lewiston Bronx baseball field.
Yeah.
Reggie Jackson played on that field when he was a Bronc.
Yep.
So there's some history there. I played there when I was in high school, and you'd get tackled on the second base. You'd get tackled in the dirt and hope your mouthpiece didn't come out and get muddy. So my junior high kid or my middle school kids still get to play on Bengal Field. Of course, they're all begging to play here next year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we'll be able to play at least one game here, but yeah, it's just such a fun night, and it is, beating. Of course, I always give everybody a hard time, when my Vikings come to town, but I'm getting paid by the Bengals, so I got to watch what I say about the Vikings, right?
Yeah. So Lewiston will kick off. I believe they deferred. They won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So Lakeland will start with the football, and back deep to receive for the Hawks is going to be Lovey Wild back there, as well as number 30, Peyton Sardina. They're both dynamic athletes. Lakeland, you'll see, we'll talk about this during the game. They got a whole bunch of athletes scattered all through their lineup, but you really see where they make hay is up front on that offensive line. Yeah. You'll see the size, but Lewiston in their own right. So here we go. We're ready to tee things off. Arlen is the kicker. He's got it teed up, and we're going to let this thing fly. And we're going to have a fun ball game here as we prepare for who's going to win the 5A IEL championship. And Sardina's going to have the ball. He's going to bring it across the 10-yard line, looking for a seam. Tries to get the outside, dodges one defender, and finally gets brought down right about the 21, 22-yard line is where Lakeland will set up on offense.
Lewiston was able to get down the field pretty well and really gang tackle him. I have a feeling maybe Cole kicked that away from Weil. It looked to be on purpose because Cole's kicks are usually high and deep, and I think he kicked kind of that little knuckleball to maybe keep it on the right defensive right side of the field.
Yeah. So we'll see Lakeland set up on offense here. They are run heavy. You'll see them huddle. They use a lot of the clock. Ball control offense is kind of the name of the game with this Hawks team, but they try to catch you napping. Lull you to sleep, and then all of a sudden Benson can throw. He's an apt thrower. We saw him in the Post Falls game throw for over 200 yards in that one, so he can let it fly. So Benson at quarterback, Lyle in the backfield with him. Two receivers out the near side. Taylor in motion, and we got a penalty on the first play.
Yep.
That'd be a false start. I think the left
it was,
side.
yep.
Yeah, left side of that offensive line jumped.
Yep. Yeah.
So, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say maybe a little bit of nerves. This is the championship and quite an environment. Later on we'll have to talk about last week's environment being the first night because this place was so packed there was nowhere to stand.
Yeah, so there was around the end zones, around the fencing everywhere, and the light show and everything. This is an intimidating place to play. So here we go again. In motion, Taylor fakes it, and Lovey Wild's going to get over the left side.
Yep.
He's going to run for gain of about 4. Gets close back to the 20-yard line.
Another good job of Lewiston. One of the things I've been impressed with them this season is their ability to tackle in mass. They get there, they put their hats on the ball, and they do a good job of bringing the running backs down, and they're going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, and Lewiston, up front, they've got the beef up front. They got a big line, and that they've been able to push teams, especially run-heavy teams. They've been able to stymie some of those running attacks. And then on the back end, we talk about their team speed on defense, especially in the secondary.
Yeah, it's fun to see Parker Begley and Ty Lewis next to each other.
So a little swing route out there to a quick bubble screen to Jace Taylor. And picks up another 5 yards, I think 4 yards on the reception.
Yeah, it's the kids that they have out there right now on defense. Lewiston's, they just have that size. Of course, now they're in their passing defense, and so some of the bigger kids came out. But one of the kids you need to keep your eyes on for the rest of his high school career is number 72, Parker Begley. He is going to be a superstar.
So Begley is at the left defensive end position for the Bengals. Lovey Wiles a single back in the backfield with Benson with 2 receivers to each side. He's going to sling it out to the right side, has his receiver for a first down, picks up a nice gain there of 11 yards. Finds his receiver. That was Peyton Hillman, who played backup quarterback last year.
Yep.
We saw him play in a few games for the Hawks.
Yeah, Hayden, that was a nice ball. He just threw a little curl route out on the a little hook route out on the outside, and great completion. Hit his receiver right in the hands. Did a great job.
So 2 for 2 is.
We're talking about something.
Do we have a penalty out there?
I didn't see the flag, but maybe.
So officials are discussing something.
And they haven't moved the chains, so something's up.
Wonder if there was a dead ball after the foul, after the play. We'll see.
Yep, there was a flag down. I didn't see it.
So it was a penalty against the Bengals. I did not see the signal.
Defensive holding, maybe?
I think it may have been defensive holding out there, but he gave that signal pretty darn quick. But we'll tack on another. They're going to go 10 yards from the spot, which actually is a smart play to take that penalty because that gives you first down and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Absolutely.
So first penalty of the night on Lewiston. Brings up a fresh set of downs for the Hawks. Benson at quarterback, Lovey Weil in the backfield. Taylor in motion. They're going to hand it off, coming across on the fly. Sweet picks up 4 and gets knocked out of bounds.
Lakeland's offensive line did a nice job. They zone blocked that to the outside on that sweet play and picked up 4. All you need to do is get 4 yards every play.
So second down at 6. Here in the first quarter of play. We'll talk about at length through this. What P1FCU was able to do for this facility was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The donations and the community involvement with this entire facility for Lewiston was what a shot in the arm for the community here in the LC Valley.
Absolutely.
Keeper straight up the middle. Quarterback draw. First down and then some. Nice gain there.
Tackle was by Cole Arland there.
Yeah, Arland on the tackle with Benson picks up the nice gain.
That was well blocked. I'll tell you
Pick
what.
up of 12.
You were right about that offensive line. They are lively up front, and they're moving some big kids.
So Benson with 12 on the ground. He's got 15 in the air. First and 10. Ball at the 37-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. Lovey Weil stops, bounces, tries to find the outside, and he's swarmed under. Nice stand there defensively from the Bengals. Number 27, Brock Thompson in on the play. Loss of 3.
The thing I'm noticing the most, too, about Lakeland's offensive line is, to me, and I've only watched them now, 6 plays or whatever, but they are so athletic. They do have that size, but, man, they can really move their feet.
You know, with a run-heavy attack, you try to put some of your best athletes, obviously, in, with the ball in their hand. But also, I mean, you look at the right side of that offensive line, you usually have huge tackles, and they don't because they pull so much.
Yep.
Benson is going to play action. Passes over in the right flat, has a receiver. Nice gain there. Pickup of about 10 on the play. That was number 4, Terry Davis on the reception.
You know, he showed like he was going to trap block. He came across on that short motion looking like a trap block and then released right out into the flat for a nice little gain. That was a great, well-designed play.
So Benson's 3 of 3 so far in the ball game. Third down and manageable here, about 3rd and 4. Long 3 maybe. So you've got Hillman and Taylor out to the left. Weil in the backfield, the single back. Play action, slant. Taylor's got it in and out of his hands.
Yeah, they showed that little trap back again, and that might even have been a run-pass option. I'm not totally sure. I don't know enough about their offense, but that was a well-designed play, too. It hit him right in the hands.
Slant was there. I mean, the safety was playing back enough, and they kind of gave him some space, and that inside kind of find that little hole there. So 4th down. 4-down territory for sure, obviously. Balti 36. Sorry, the 31. I can't see the yard line there.
I think you're right.
Handoff, Weil, straight ahead. Close to the first down.
Look at that. I can't tell.
And the line to gain was
right
there at the 25. Or 30, the 25. He got to the 24 in the first down.
The referee on
the 26.
The head linesman almost got taken. Richard Bearlocker is the head linesman. He almost got taken out on that play at the end. Player ran right into him when he was trying to mark that spot.
So
Lucky.
Sorry to interrupt.
Well, that's okay. Lucky's not hurt.
Fresh set of downs here for Lakeland. Be first down at 10. Balti 26-yard line. Split backs in the backfield. Handoff. Actually, keeper Benson straight ahead on the RPO. He decides to keep it. Picks up the first down and then some. Gain of 13 on the play.
That looked like the same setup they used to make that nice 14 or 15-yard run just a little bit ago. This kid's dynamic. I was watching him on that little running play last time, the run pass option where we dropped the slant there, and he has amazing ability to put the ball in and pull it right back out and throw it. This kid's pretty exciting to watch.
So 7:30 and counting here in the first quarter. Lakeland driving, first down at 10, ball at the 14-yard line. Play action. Pass out in the flat. They've got a receiver. Gets inside the 10 and down to the 5, close to another first down. That was Terry Davis on the reception.
Again, same setup. Everything looks pretty similar, and those run-pass options are really, really working against the Bengal defense right now.
So that was 9 yards, so it's second down and 1. Ball inside the 5.
Do have, a yard to go here, so.
Yep. I formation, heavy power I, straight ahead. Weil bounces, gets the first down, bounces back into the end zone. Oh, they're going to spot him just shy. I thought he got in. That would have been quite the turn of events there.
That was quite a push by the offensive line.
But that will be a first down and goal inside the 1. I thought he got into the end zone, but they got him just shy.
I think referee Marsh just signaled to the booth that there was about a foot to go. He showed the distance with his hands, and it's not much.
So last time Lakeland was in a big game, they were down in same position against Post Falls to end the game. Post Falls stuffed them. I think Lakeland here is something they've been working on. Power I, again, behind Benson. Turnaround handoff. Weil goes up and over the top into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeland. From a yard out. Weil gets 6.
He went vertical for that, too. He got up in the air. The kid's got some hops. It'll be interesting to see last week, the same exact start for the Bengals. Lake City marched down and scored, so we'll see how they respond.
Impressive drive from Lakeland to start the game. Taking up almost 6 minutes of the clock there. Snap, kick is up, and knuckleballs it up and through.
Almost looked like somebody in the middle got a hand on that, but it did go through by about 6 inches over the crossbar.
That was Parker Sterling that knocked it in. So Lakeland leads 7-0 over Lewiston. They get the touchdown on their opening drive. Going 79 yards for the score in almost 6 minutes.
But they do chew up the clock, don't they? You were right. You were right in the pregame talk. When they run the ball that effectively.
It's like having a second defense.
Yes, yes. Yeah, if you have the ball, the other team doesn't score, that's for sure.
Yeah. So we'll see what the Bengals can do to see if they can answer here on the offensive end.
You know, I know you've watched them before, and it just seemed to me that they really ran the same play design over and over and over, just used different options each time. So it'll be fun to see how that develops. And I think it'll be interesting to see how Lewiston, they're very well coached offensively and defensively, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond.
You know, we talked to, a couple of Lakeland coaches in pregame, and they're like, yeah, we've got some wrinkles for them.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to mess with the game plan and tweak things a little bit because they are a fairly simplistic offense. So, like, hey, if we can give it different looks and kind of add some window dressing, see if we can confuse them on the offensive side. But they're going to look to do the same on defense. Their defense is kind of multiple. You'll see them. It looks almost like an amoeba. Yeah. You'll watch them. They'll come up and in and out of their stance and move around. And they're going to try to give Lewiston some multiple looks. So Sterling's kick, a line drive. It's going to go into the end zone for the touchback. Little extracurriculars on the near sideline.
That's what I was watching. I was waiting to see what was going to happen there. It almost looked like they were, I think a wrestling match broke out there just for a second.
Yeah, so Lewiston's going to have the ball at their own 20-yard line to start things off. Yoder, the quarterback. Jeremy Yoder, the senior, 5'11", 185 pounds. In the backfield with him is Noah Carpenter, 5'9", 160-pound running back. And they're going to hand it off to Top. He's going to go around the right side, cuts back up the middle. Nice gain on first down, picks up about 5 yards.
You know, when Austin was an elementary student, I used to take football away from him because he was too physical with the other kids. So we got 4 receivers to the left. This is interesting.
Yeah, near sideline, got the diamond formation out there. Yoder out there at quarterback. He's going to throw long to the right sideline.
Got him.
Had his receiver with a step on the DB, just over stretched arms of the intended receiver. Looking for Aldridge out there on the right side.
We'll hear that name a lot tonight. Drew's going to get a lot of looks. They'll throw to him quite a bit.
Interesting. Kind of add some window dressing of their own out there on the near sideline, trying to get the one-on-one matchup out there. Yoder's going to keep it out.
Go, good block on
to the
inside.
right. He's going to get tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Big tackle there by Lakeland. That was number 28 on the tackle. That was Broxton Lukey.
You know, Noah Carpenter really sealed the outside, but Lukey really came in and made a great play from a long ways away. That was pretty hustle defense right there.
Lewiston's going to add a different personnel setting here. They're going to shift, almost like hockey here, a line shift.
Holy.
Fourth down. They're going to bring in the punt unit. They almost went for it.
I think everybody left. I was waiting to see the timeout signal there, but.
The only one out there was Cole Arlant back there, the punter. High snap. He's going to wrangle it, put his foot into it. Kind of a low spiral. And they're just going to let it roll and get down at the 37-yard line. So Lewiston couldn't get anything. 3 and out on their opening drive. Lakeland's defense stands. Let's see what this Lakeland offense could do on their second offensive drive.
I think it'll be fun to see how Lewiston, like I said earlier, responds. They have great linebackers, and again, I think that that big offensive or defensive front is going to have to make some plays to help those linebackers out.
So Lakeland coming out of the huddle. I mean, how often do you see that anymore these days? It kind of feels like 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of,
It just doesn't happen around
ancient
here.
days where teams still huddle. They do that?
Yeah.
Toss inside. Chase Taylor coming around the edge. Picks up a nice block.
Ooh.
And he runs right into a brick wall, but picks up 5 on the carry. Nice hit there.
That's Brennan Rice. That was quite a play. Brennan brought the hat on that one. He hit him hard. Brennan's older brother is playing special teams right now with the Vandals. It's kind of fun to watch the Rice brothers.
His dad was a player himself.
Oh, he was a great player, yeah. Yeah, Brad was a heck of a player for the Vandals.
I played against his uncle.
Oh, yeah, I bet so, yeah. I think Brad had a tryout, I think, with the Redskins. I don't remember.
Sounds about right. I think he was in the training camp there with the Washington Redskins. So Lakeland with 2 receivers out to left tight end and a single receiver down to the near side. Weil in the backfield. 2nd down and 6, or 5, I should say. And we got a delay game.
Yep.
We talk about the huddle. Well, there's the downside of the huddle. So they'll bring up 2nd down and 10. We go back.
Takes away a nice first down gain there.
First penalty against the Hawks. Actually, I should say the 2nd penalty against the Hawks so far. They had one of the first play of the game, the false start. Benson barking out signals. He's going to go play action. Pass out in the flat. Taylor picks up a couple. He gets knocked out of bounds. Good defense out there on the right side of the Bengal defense. That was number 10, A.J. Loomis.
Lewiston just brought in again their pass defense, but not to be redundant, but Lakeland showing that exact same package every single time, just with a different outcome at the end. So it's going to be fun to see how this all progresses. This is a big down for the Bengals.
Yeah, 3rd and long for the Hawks. Lewiston needs a stop here. Well, tight bunch trips to the near side for Lakeland. While in the backfield. Bubble screen, they're fake it, go vertical. They've got a receiver up the field, just over the intended receiver. Cash Lund was in the route. And, man, that could have been a big play there, but I think we got a flag for holding on Lakeland. I would probably think Lewiston will decline.
Yeah, they should decline that.
Cash Lund had a step. That's a good play call there. Going aggressive on 3rd and long.
Yeah, he's got some speed down the seam there. He got a few steps on the defender, and the defender was lucky to catch up there. Who was that? Nathan King, I think, was number 6.
So King's going to be back deep to receive the punt. Lakeland will kick here.
Boy, the returner is not very deep. We'll see how this goes.
Well, punts have not been the deepest for. They went 3 and out the last time they had the ball. See what they can do here. Arlen in motion. They're going to toss out to the right side. And Carpenter gets swarmed under.
I did not see the penalty.
Carpenter might pick up a couple there, but there's a penalty on that right side. There was a whole host of flags coming out. Laundry all over the field.
Came from the umpire.
Holding on the Bengals, so that will go half the distance to the goal. What was a 3-yard carry, he goes backwards.
Yeah, a little bit of difference in the offenses here. Lewiston's already on the ball, waiting for the signal to come in. Did they mark that off?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It should be first down, but they still have 2nd on the board. It should be first down.
I think so.
Passing play, Yoder drops back, has a receiver on the sideline, and he's off to the races at the 50. It's a foot race down the right sideline, 20, 10, turns on the taillights, he's in the end zone, touchdown Bengals.
Austin Top.
Austin Top goes 93 yards into the end zone.
Right now, my buddy Bruce, who's running the down marker, is not real happy because he just ran 90 yards to catch up to the PAT here. I'm going to have to ask him about his hammies later. That was a heck of a that's a little bang. You know, that's the same play Michael Irvin with the Cowboys used to catch, that little bang 9 on the outside. The quarterback hits his drop, throws immediately without even looking, basically just throws to that sprinting receiver, and Austin made a great play, and he's too fast.
Kick is up and through. So tie ball game. Lewiston has 7 now on the board. Lakeland 7. Lewiston getting the touchdown on the 93-yard touchdown pass from Yoder to Top. And that's just a quick, I like that little quick go route. Yep. That's the sweet spot when you throw that. Everybody wants to throw that go route at like 25, 30 yards because they watch all those Randy Moss videos. And the sweet spot's right about 7 yards.
And it literally that's a Dallas Cowboy. Michael Irvin was the receiver on that outside, and And Troy Aikman would hit his, as soon as his back foot hits, bang, it's coming out. They called it bang 9. But he throws it at about, anywhere from 7 to 13 yards.
Yep.
And right on the money, and the defender's not even ready to defend.
The OC in me is the call on that is if he's even, you're heaving.
Yes.
As soon as
I'm borrowing that.
as soon as your receiver is even with the corner, you're heaving it. Throw it. Corner still got his back to the QB. Can't see that ball coming, and off to the races. Top wins the foot race into the end zone.
That is the beauty of it.
So 3 minutes, 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lewiston, Lakeland tied at 7. And the kick is going to go over to the right side. Might bounce out of bounds, and it does, which will have a procedure penalty.
They are, Lewiston is purposely, in my opinion, and smartly so, kicking it away from Levy Weil.
Yeah. Where's 2-3? Yeah, we're going the other way.
Yeah. And like I said, Cole Arland, number 0 for the Bengals, is a great kicker, one of the better high school kickers I've seen in a long time, and he doesn't do that. He was kicking away from the defensive left side of the field because that's where number 23 stands. So.
Want to thank power boosters of tonight's ballgame, Strom Electric and A&B Family Foods here in Lewiston. Proud boosters of the Lewiston Bengals. North Idaho Game Night brought to you by P1FCU here in North Idaho, statewide for free on IdahoSports.com.
Different wrinkle here on offense.
Split backs the backfield. Benson, the signal caller. Handoff, Weil. Actually, Benson's going to keep it on the stretch and picks up, I think we'll give him 3 on the carry. Benson's been dialing his own number.
Yeah. He sees something out there that he likes, and he's going to stay with it.
You know, you used to be able to count on the weather at the old Bengal field where you knew it wasn't going to be windy. You had all the trees and everything everywhere. Houses everywhere. And now you're up here on the plateau and on the bluff. And it's I was joking with Coach Anderson of Lakeland, their special teams coordinator. He goes, if you go out of that north end zone, it looks like you're falling off the edge of the earth.
Yep. That's exactly what and the view from the back of the high school is spectacular.
Benson, the backfield. Quick pass out to the right side. Taylor has it. First down. Nice pitch and catch there.
Another first down. They moved the chains.
10 yards, Taylor from Benson.
It was fun when I was the athletic director at Lewiston High School. We couldn't pass the levy at the time, or the bond at the time. So, we were struggling, but we knew this was the site, and you kept envisioning what this place was going to look like. And now we know what it looks like. And the high school is spectacular as well. It's one of the nicest buildings I've ever been into. So it was fun preparing.
Absolutely one of the most, more premier facilities in the state of Idaho. This is impressive. Handoff, Levy Weil over the left side. Dances, cuts back in the hole. Nice cut back and pickup of 6 on the play. What looked like not much ends up stretching into a decent gain.
Yeah, he just makes it happen. He cut back to his right there, and I think he just found a little seam and got right through it.
So 2nd and short. Kind of a power formation. Weil's going to check out. Checking in is Terry Davis.
Yeah, give him a little bit of a rest here and let him catch his breath.
2 receivers to the left. Single back in the backfield is Sardina. They're going to run straight ahead with Benson. First down and then some. He is a slight, shifty runner. We were impressed with him in the Weiser game running the ball, and he just picks up another first down and gets 11 on the carry.
Yeah, Cobley had to come from behind and almost looked like he was going to axe that ball out of his hands, but a good little quarterback run there. He's pretty shifty.
I didn't have Benson as the leading rusher in this ball game for the Hawks on my bingo card.
Yeah, no, that not when the other guy's getting 161 yards a game.
Benson under center this time. I formation from the Hawks. And I think they're going to get Weil for leaning. He was in motion there.
When's the last time you saw a pro set? You just don't see the pro set anymore.
Yeah.
That's like, I guess I don't know my classifications. Well, I was going to say A3. That's something you'd see in the old CIL when it was 11-man, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had it with Weiser, in Lakeland ran similar. We're like, we're going to be out of here by like 8:30. It was like run at halftime. I think we hit halftime within like 37 minutes in that ball game.
My old coach used to say the concession stand's making no money. Nobody's throwing the ball.
Right.
People are going home before dinner.
45 seconds of counting left. First down and 15.
I formation again.
Handoff. Weil following his blockers. Finds a seam on the outside. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
He's so patient. He just waits. He waits for the play to develop and then scoots. Very mature runner for a high school kid.
So Weil, 5 on the carry. Actually, they gave him 6. So I won't slight the guy. 10 seconds of counting here. I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. They're going to let the clock run out, switch ends of the field. So we're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back here with more high school football. 7 Lakeland, 7 Lewiston here at the end of the first quarter on IdahoSports.com.
P1FCU has been serving Vandals across the Northwest for decades. Now, we're investing even more in Idaho students. We are helping make the Beams Financial Literacy Program available to all students and providing student athletes access to money management support through Elevate Idaho. Without our members, we couldn't impact these students' financial wellness. Become a member and get your exclusive Vandal debit card to help support Vandal Nation. Visit p1fcu.org/govandals to learn more.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Yeah, we are back here for the start of the second quarter of play. Lakeland and Lewiston tied up at 7. Third down, and I want to say it's about, I thought it was shorter, but they're going to say 3rd and 9. I thought it was like 3rd and 8, but.
I was trying to figure out the delay moving the chains down. They were just waiting for, I think, the lights to come on so nobody fell down.
They cut the lights out in here, and then they started playing Sandstorm by Darude and went a little crazy. Had the club feel going on.
You know, the thing I'm impressed the most about is that you know what Sandstorm is and Darude, because I've never even heard of that in my entire life. So we just cracked the age barrier, right? We got the young guy and the old guy.
Yeah, Lakeland had to call a timeout to start the second quarter. I guess you can't go home with them, so might as well spend
might
them.
as well use them.
I mean, my 40th birthday is coming up, but
happy early birthday. That's great. Yep.
Thank you.
You know, I was saying earlier when, P1FCU's done an amazing job, and so many different sponsors, big sponsors, little sponsors. The Keniston Corporation has kind of been our contractor on this project, and I've known them for years. In fact, their son was my quarterback in 1995, Rafe Hewitt. Athletic family, the Hewitt boys, most of them played at Kendrick, but I had Rafe at Lapway back in the 90s, and Keniston, as you know, they've been our managers of this project, and just a great job. And Chris Loseth with P1FCU, just taking care of our kids in this valley is amazing.
And I'll say this, like, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
it's not just here, because they're dishing out checks everywhere.
Kibbe Dome, they're everywhere.
So Benson, the signal caller. Well, double reverse, and we got a penalty. That could have been blown up, so that might be actually a benefit for the Hawks there.
Yeah, that might have been a loss of more than 5.
If not a turnover.
Yeah.
Sardito was coming the other direction. He was about to be planted. So 3rd and 15 on the procedure penalty. But P1FCU, we saw them last year. They were giving out $5,000 checks at almost every high school game that we had last year. It was unbelievable, the support that they give these communities and these kids.
You know, they not only support the North Idaho Athletic Hall of Fame, they support the Vandals, they support everybody. They're so nice to have in this valley. Their headquarters is right there across the parking lot.
Benson drops back, surveys, has a receiver, has a man wide open on the left side, First down out of bounds at the 15-yard line. What a reception. That was Cash Lund, finally brings it in. And he's cash money for the first down.
Yeah, that was another great throw, like you said. This kid can do it with his arms, with his arm and his legs. Hayden Benson's a good little quarterback. That was a great throw. I'm wondering if he's caught up with his rushing yards yet.
So 25 on the pitch and catch. Benson hands off. Weil following his blocker, weaves his way inside, and they're going to get a flag. It might be a hold there on the outside.
Uh-oh. You might have a player. No, maybe just a lost helmet.
Helmet rolls off. Have to sit out of play, but penalty on the play. They're going to have a legal block in the back. Nope, hold.
Even though there was a hold on that play, Lovey Weil, I said it, I'm just going to keep repeating myself, I guess, but he's so patient. He just waits for the hole to open, and then he scoots through it. He's fun to watch. That's hard to tackle too. You think he's coming and he's not, and he waits.
That wave of football I think is coming because Wake Forest is. I don't know if you've watched some of Vanderbilt and Wake Forest how they do the slow mesh.
Yeah.
Where they'll take about 6 seconds to hand off. That, as a defender, that would drive me absolutely crazy.
And it's so hard to teach.
Benson drops back, surveys, looking, cuts back inside. He's going to scramble and just get what he can. He gets back across the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It picks up one on the play.
Yeah, one for sure. Good pass defense by the Bengals right there. I didn't see an open receiver that time, and really on that last play that was for 25 yards, that was like a little back shoulder action. That wasn't he wasn't that open either. He's just really throwing the ball in there. Hayden
He threw a seed, yeah. He just put it right on him.
Yeah.
Well, and this is kind of a difficult spot to really get, elaborate pass concepts when you're inside the 20-yard line. Benson surveying, dropping back. He's going to just run for his life. Gets planted. He picks up a couple on the carry. Good coverage on the outside again by the Bengals.
Yeah, he definitely, Hayden Benson definitely likes that little just delay, show pass, and go. That time it was well defended by that. Was that Parker Bagley, 72 on the tackle?
Yeah.
I think so. Parker was one of my students at Sacagawea Middle School a couple years ago, and he was slam dunking a basketball as an 8th grader. So he's going to be fun.
Also, Oliver Cardwell was in on that play, too, the D tackle. Benson drops back. Pressure coming. He rolls to his right looking. He's got a green grass if he tucks it and goes, and he's going to keep it. Cuts back inside, across the 10, down to the 5. He's going to be just shy of the first down, but a nice gain there. Pickup of 10 on the scramble.
Looks like it could be 4th and 2 or 3 maybe. 2.5.
Benson with 52 yards rushing so far in the first half.
See, like you said, not on your bingo card. He's probably got a little bit more passing maybe, but I don't know. 100 yards of offense already.
So 4th down at 2. They can get a first before the touchdown. Power eye. Hand it off. Weil cuts it back inside, almost to the end zone. Ball came out at the end, but they're going to say he was down, but he's going to have the first down. 1st and goal inside the 1.
Yeah, umpire called that down before the ball came out.
So pick up a 4 from Weil, the big first down.
Will on the carry. Stopped at the 1-yard line. That'll make it 1st and goal for the Hawks on the 1.
So Lakeland kind of repeating their opening drive.
Yeah, they had a little hesitation there in the middle, but of course with that long punt, did a nice job. We'll see how this goes.
Lewiston had the one-play drive.
Yeah,
own,
yeah.
So.
And then there was a one-play drive. Yeah, good point.
So Benson under center, 1st and goal from the inside the 1. Turn around, handoff straight ahead. Weil's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakeland Hawks. A yard out, gets a second tutty.
I'll tell you, he just doesn't seem to be that big from here. and I don't. You've watched him more than me, but he's still physical.
He's strong,
and he puts his shoulder pads, forward and uses them.
But he's got deceptive lower body strength.
I bet he does.
There was a running back a few years back for Lakeland that kick was blocked at the line of scrimmage.
I think that was Cole Arlant, number 0, got the block on that.
But if Lakeland fans back home, Cage Hendry was the running back for Lakeland. He reminds me a lot of him. A really good dynamic athlete. Could play both ways, but I would say Lovey maybe has a little bit more speed. If Cage is listening, I'll sell him out a little bit.
Yeah, but got a little wind up here.
I will say this. So Cage is a cool story, right? And this is something I knew that I was going to talk about. Is that he went in the U.S. Marine Corps after high school. He just got out 3 months ago from the Marine Corps. He works for Greenline. He owns Greenline Land Management. Started his own business in Lakeland, or in Rathdrum. Takes his equipment 2 weeks ago. And he's a Christian and he's a believer, and he just said, I feel like the Lord's leading me to go to North Carolina. He's in North Carolina right now with his equipment in his own dime, giving his time helping people recover from Hurricane Helene. It's an awesome story.
That is
just
incredible.
An awesome young man, and this Rathdrum community has much to be proud of with Cage.
He just got up and took off and headed to.
Yeah. And I'm his insurance agent. He's like, hey, I'm going to North Carolina. Am I covered?
Am I covered? Am I covered for that?
And they're like, well, if you're doing the Lord's work, you're covered in both ways. But yeah, so
that is a great point.
But yeah, he's a great young man and much to be proud of, Lakeland alum, and he's been, if you keep tabs of him on social media, he's been making posts and stuff, and just the devastation that they've seen from Hurricane Helene has been absolutely it's just unfathomable. Picking up
block on the outside.
Nice block on the outside. Lewiston with a big return up the middle, still on his feet, down to the 37-yard line. Huge return for the Bengals. That was Nathan King.
And Gage Steiner, 22 for the Bengals, had a great seal block to the outside, great hustle to get to it, and that really squirted that play through. So that was an outstanding kickoff return for the Bengals.
So first down at 10, Lewiston with their best field position of the night. Ball at 37. Two backs in the backfield. It's kind of an offset split back. It's interesting formation. Arlant in motion. Handoff inside. It's Carpenter. Bounces out of a tackle. He's off to the races. The speedster down the sideline. Inside the 30. Cuts back and drugged down by the ankles inside the 20. Down to the 15-yard line. Huge gain on first down.
Noah Carpenter bounced off of that. I thought he was gone. I thought it was going to be another almost 1 or 2 play drives. That was a great run by him.
Gain of 46.
Wow.
Brings up first down at 10. Top of the backfield with Yoder. Handoff top inside.
Nowhere.
And nothing doing. Sniffed out by the Lakeland defense. That was a great tackle in the backfield by Landon Burmeister for a loss of 4 on the play.
6 foot 200-pounder Burmeister looks a lot bigger in a uniform than 6 foot 200 pounds.
And he's kind of that hybrid guy that you'll see him roam around. He'll play inside, he'll play outside, he'll play out at the outside linebacker spot. Straight quarterback keeper again, and nothing doing. Sniffed out again. Guess who? Burmeister again with the huge tackle for loss. Back-to-back TFLs.
He had a little bit of help on that one, too. That was going nowhere. Well, big down. We got 3rd and 18.
Loss of 6 on the play. Split backs here. See if they go to the outside with Arlant. He's got Taylor over him. He's going to come in motion. They're just going to turn and hand off. It's going to be a halfback pass. Sniffed out. Lakeland's on it. And knocked down by Taylor. They were looking for Arlant at the goal line. And great defense from the Hawks in the secondary. Bring up 4th down.
20. Arlant's the kicker here. Let's see where he lines up. It looks like they might be. Yep. They're gonna try a field goal here.
So top is Ofer. His 1 attempt in the game.
Yep.
Didn't expect to get him in the passing stat line. Yoder the holder. Arlant to kick. Kick is up. It's got plenty of leg. And it's going to be wide right.
Right, yep.
That was a 38-yard attempt. No good.
You know, at this level in the 5As, you don't see a lot of Ironmen out there, but it's so fun to watch. You know, like I said earlier, I've had these kids for. Cole was a kindergartner of mine when his mom and dad moved to town, and she taught Amy, his mom, taught for me. And Cole doesn't come off the field. He's He's the kicker, the punter. He plays linebacker, safety. He'll play H-back. He'll play wide receiver. He plays everywhere on the field. I talked to Mom and Dad, Chad and Amy, this fall and asked how Cole was doing. They said, well, right now he's on the depth chart on offense, but they don't know where to put him because he can play everywhere.
That's a good problem to have as a football coach. It's like you talk about him in baseball, they call him a 5-tool guy. That's exactly what he is. Weil gets the handoff and nothing doing. Loses a couple on the carry. Nice tackle in the backfield.
Is that Cobley there? Yep, Jaden Cobley. Great play on him. Tackled a little high, but he got him down.
That's a long 4 yards. They just announced like second 14. I'm like, that's second 12. Maybe 13.
Trips to the left.
So you got three receivers to the left. Single back in the backfield is Weil. Benson going to pass. Has Cash Lund out in open space. Nice gain there. Picks up 11. He's going to be just shy of the first down.
Looks like Cole Arlett and Gage Steiner on the tackle there. Short by maybe less than a yard.
So 3rd and short. I mean, you can pretty much guess what the play call's going to be here.
I think we're going to be in the I formation here. Power I.
When is Benson going to give himself call his own number when they're inside the one?
I was wrong.
We're trips here.
Yep. We still know who's getting the ball.
Pulling the old okey dokes. Benson under center. He's just going to go straight ahead and get the first down. Picks up a yard and a half. The hard way.
Yeah, no kidding.
No lead block for the QB. The old tap and go. Benson's passed for 82 yards in this game so far.
And he still has, did you say 50-some rushing? So
54 yards on the ground.
He's putting together a game.
Split backs in the backfield. 5:22 and counting left here in the second quarter, I should say. Handoff stretch coming over the left side. And Weil gets a nice gain there, knocked out of bounds, pickup of 8.
Again, Cole Arlett on that tackle. We have a flag down maybe by the umpire. Yep, holding on the Hawks.
Holding on the Hawks again.
Yep.
Wheel on the carry, brought down by Arlett. Holding on the play.
So, it'll be 1st and 20. That negates a nice gain there by Lovey Weil as he picked up 8 on first down, but nothing going to count in the stat sheet there. Just shy of 5 minutes left here in the first half. I mean, you've been seeing Benson's arm come alive in this game. I've been really impressed. He's a more capable passer than I think a lot of people give him credit for.
You know, I wonder if he's one of those kids, too, that can run the ball and get a little more confidence throwing it.
Just overshoots. See, he was looking for the slant there, kind of a deep slant intended for number 18, Peyton Hillman, and just overshoots him, almost intercepted.
That was dangerous, yeah. That was.
Just the 3rd incompletion of the game for Benson.
So 2nd in a bunch here. Big down for the Bengals. If they can hold him here, you know, it's going to be a long 3rd down. So
Benson 8 of 11 passing so far in the game. Talked about it. I mean, he's got a 68% pass completion ratio and 98% or 98.3 passer rating. Benson, quick pass over to the outside. Has a man trying to get it upfield, only picks up a couple. That was
Cobley again on the tackle.
Trying to get the number. I think that was Hillman 16? On the reception there, number 18.
18?
Pickup of 2.
Yeah, Peyton Hillman, big 6'2" wide receiver, a great one to throw that screen to out there.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 17.
Big number 83's out here to the left.
Passing, look, it's a screen
Little
inside.
screen in the middle.
Little double screen inside. He had the outside-inside option.
Was that Burmeister?
That was Burmeister on the reception.
I think we're going to call his name a few times tonight.
Pickup of 9, but not enough for the first down.
Little tight end middle screen there.
They were looking, he kind of looks to Weil on the outside, look
Yep.
back underneath to Burmeister.
That'll make it 4th and 11 for the Hawks.
Lewiston's defense really sat on that screen that time. Oh,
Kind of a short kick. It's going to take a backward hop and then get brought down to the 45-yard line. So Benson just shy of the century mark passing in the game. Wouldn't have thought that one either. It's kind of inverted storylines that we thought we were going to have in pregame.
Yeah.
So 3:25 left here, the first half. Lewiston with good field position. Ball at their own 45-yard line to start things off. Yoder's going to hand it off inside to Arlant. Backside cut and pick up a couple yards there. Gain of 3 on the play.
You know, I was talking to Coach Steele for the Bengals, their offensive coordinator. Davey calls this his 8-man scramble offense. As an 8-man coach at Kendrick, a lot of 8-man things out here with no one knows where the ball's going.
Yep. Yoder drops back, passing. Down left side, has a receiver up over the top, and flags all over the place. I think we're going to get offsetting penalties here.
Yeah, it looks like we have holding in the backfield and possibly pass interference.
Carpenter's down on the field. It's not a good sign for the Bengals there as he got hurt on the way down, and he's writhing in pain. So that is the case. Holding on the offense, pass interference on the defense, offsetting penalties.
Training staff's looking at him pretty closely. It looks like he's holding his leg. Hard to tell.
He's really in pain.
Yeah, he is.
So coming in is going to be number 26, Sawyer Casey.
Oh, he's up, but getting helped off.
He's not putting much weight on that left leg, that's for sure. So he's going to get looked at by the training staff. So Casey's checked in, top of the backfield as well. Yoder, the signal caller, in the shotgun. He's going to keep it, pass it out to the near side, a little tunnel screen. Has a receiver. First down. Pickup of about 13 on the play.
Drew Aldridge again on that reception. That had a lot going on. They looked like they were throwing the screen to the left, and I used to call that Grizzly screen because Montana made it famous, in my opinion, and Drew came back, and it was well blocked. That was a great, great gain by the Bengals.
So Yoder's third pass of the game. He's already over 100 yards. Handoff inside by Topwood. He got a flag out of the secondary. I think we're going to get holding on the Bengals. There's flags all over the place. Good grief.
The head linesman's calling that holding on the Hawks, I think.
Davis with the tackle, flags on the play.
He was pointing to the north, so. Yep.
Defensive holding on a run play.
I was just, yeah.
What?
I'm not sure I've seen that.
I've never seen that. I don't know if I have. That's a new one for me. Again.
Well, Richard doesn't live too far from my school. I'll have to drive by and say, what the heck? I did not see that, but.
So first down at 10. Lewiston gets a couple penalties helping them out there. Rush over the left side. Option.
Dangerous.
Ball's on the ground. Lakeland gets the recovery. We're waiting for the turnover, and this could be a game that comes down to a turnover battle.
Yeah,
and Lakeland comes up with the recovery. Are they saying that was a forward pass? There's no way. That is a fumble.
Nope.
They called it an incomplete pass. Unbelievable.
The fans surrounding us in green are not happy.
I can't. Things I could say. Right? we got the seat up here where we see it. That is.
It looked like speed option to me.
That was speed option 100%. And thrown behind the intended receiver top. Falls incomplete, being second down at 10. That should be third down.
A little swing route there, just a little bit behind Austin Top.
That was 100% a pitch. Sorry, but that was he was wrapped up and that ball was out.
We don't have replay, do we? That was interesting. That was interesting.
I can take a look later tonight. But
you'll have to text me.
Hopefully this game doesn't hinge on that. But
well, 3rd and 10 with only 2:07 left in the second quarter.
See if Lakeland can keep Lewiston out of the end zone. Speed coming out the left side. Yoder just absolutely dropped on his wallet. Cash Lund in on the tackle. As well as Sardina. We got fourth down, no gain. Burmeister was in on that as well. Guess who?
Yeah, no kidding.
Called that name a few times.
Looks like Arlen's got his kicking pad, so it looks like we're on the 24. So what does that make that?
40-yarder?
Yeah, 41-yarder, something like that.
Ball spotted at the 30. Snap back, kick is up, and drifting left. No good. So 0 for 2 on the kicks. Lakeland dodges another bullet. Keeps Lewiston off the board. Make a stand. You don't get the turnover, but you get them to turn it over on the missed kick.
Well, we'll see what they have for their 2-minute offense because they have 1:18 left in the half. Be interesting to see if that ball goes in the air. I have a feeling we're going to see that quarterback running right up the middle at least once, maybe on first down.
I would expect to see maybe a draw to Lovey Wild.
Could be too, yeah. Although Hayden runs that little delay, I don't even know if it's a quarterback draw. It's a straight run play all the way.
Lewiston's got their pass rush defensive line in. I don't know what they're waiting for off the sideline. They're missing somebody.
Yeah, they have 10 guys. Yep, we're gonna have to take time out here. Oh, that hurts a little bit with only 1:18 to go. That's their second time out of the half.
Timeout, Lakeland.
So Lakeland with the ball at the 20-yard line. 1:18. Taylor's going to check in. He was getting taped up on the sideline.
Have you got to see Lakeland in a 2-minute offense yet? Or
I have.
Will they go no huddle here?
No, they run their normal offense. They just do it faster.
They just hustle.
They get creative. They have pulled some tricks out of some rabbits out of their hat. But you've got a home run hitter in the backfield and they're under center, so I think they're just going to be seeing if they get some chunk plays here. Single receiver to each side. Benson's going to be up under center. 2 backs behind him. Old school I formation. Counter coming the other way. Here comes Wild. Cut back. First down. Face mask. I don't know if they're going to call it or not, but there was an absolute definite face mask there. But a first down run of 15 yards from Lovey Wild. I don't know how you didn't see that.
Did look like it from here. It did look like it. Here we go. They're running. They are going fast. No huddle.
Tempo here. Benson rolls out. Play action. Backside. Trying to get out of bounds. And I think he did. They did. Stops the clock. First down pass. Pitch and catch out there. That was Hayden Benson gets it out to Clive Hobbs.
We do have another penalty
against Lakeland. You can tell the fans on this side are getting a little itchy with some of the calls, feeling like they're going a little one way.
I did not see the call from the referee. Oh, ineligible.
Ineligible receiver downfield. There's still a penalty on the penalty flag on the field.
Illegal man downfield for Lakeland. That'll make it first and 15.
So first down 15, 56 seconds left.
I think that was called by both the head linesman and the umpire. I think I saw two penalty flags down, so I didn't see who was downfield. I think that's my job too, right? I'm supposed to be watching that.
Well, our angle isn't the greatest. We're not very, our elevation's not there. Coming back the other way, Weil in the hole. Gets a nice burst, spins, and runs out of bounds. Picks up a nice gain, and then a late hit out of bounds. And that's an extra 15 going to get tacked on at the end of that one. So pickup of 10 on the carry from Weil. And then 15 coming at the end of it. He shoved him out of bounds and tackled him onto the track. So that'll bring the ball close to midfield.
30 seconds left.
That Weil run looked like it was going to be a whole lot more than just 10 yards, too, the way that thing opened up. He, like you said, he's such a patient runner.
Yeah, he just takes his time, and he hides, he almost hides behind those downfield blockers and waits to break out when he sees which side to take.
So ball will be at the 47 of the Bengals. 30 seconds left before the half here. Lakeland, see if they can get some points on the board before the break. Benson drops back, surveys. Double move on the outside. Broke off the route, almost intercepted. Lund broke off the route a little earlier. I think Benson was thinking he was going to turn that into a wheel route down the sideline.
Yeah, I think if Nathan King, number 6 there for the Bengals, could have got turned around, that might have been an interception. He did get one hand on it, but couldn't pull it in with one hand.
Bring up second down at 10. Only 6 seconds came off the clock on that play. Lakeland does have one timeout left. The Bengals with their full complement of timeouts.
Looks like we might have 5 defensive backs in the game. I don't know, maybe not.
So tight bunch, trips to the near side. Weil in motion. Empty back set. Maybe a screen here. We'll see. Benson's going to throw. Has a receiver. Taylor. Close to the first down. I think they're going to spot him just shy. Clock's going to tick. So, yeah, it will be 9-yard pitch and catch.
Yep, there goes that timeout. There it is. They just called the timeout. 11 seconds left on the clock with that timeout call. I think they used Weil as a decoy there. They sent him down the boundary and then threw short. I didn't hear who you said that receiver was. I was watching Weil. I thought they were
Jace
going.
Taylor.
So I think they threw that little shorter seam route to Taylor, but Weil was sprinting down the boundary. I thought that's where the ball was going. And then when I wasn't watching the ball,
I tried to hit him on the takeoff.
Yeah, no kidding. I thought, oh boy.
So 11 seconds left here in the quarter. Third down and a yard. So the clock would stop on the first down, but it would start once the ball's set.
Mm-hmm.
So you got
2 plays.
I mean, you could clock it on the first down if you had to. I mean, I would assume that you just take a shot here with 11 seconds, try to get out of bounds, cut the distance in half. You do have a kicker. Sterling has made field goals this year. He struggled. He had a kick blocked on his last PAT, though.
The big, tall Hillman kid's out here to the left, number 18.
So Benson barking out the signal.
Double
pass here. Taylor has it, chooses to run, gets upfield and runs out of bounds, picks up the first down, goes out. Clock will stop with 5 seconds. So that would be a run in the scorebook.
I think he was definitely, he dropped. He took a 2-step drop after he caught that.
He was definitively behind the quarterback there.
Yes.
And a face mask on the defense? Is that what I said? No? No. Okay. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
But a gain of 6.
Okay, here we go. 5 seconds.
So Benson, last play of the half probably here. Two receivers to the right. Drops back. Pressure coming. He's running to his right, looking. He's going to get wrapped up, and he's going to get sacked. That's going to be the last play of the first half.
Sack made by AJ Loomis. Bengal fans, let's make some noise.
No flags on the play. Had to stop and wait for a second and look. But that's how the first half's going to end. Lakeland's ahead 13-7 in a tight ball game at the half. That was a loss of 9 for Benson.
That was a great first half of football. This is going to be a battle right down to the wire.
So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in about 2 minutes with some halftime stats for you. We'll also go over the Friday Night Flash with some scores from around the state as well. We'll be back here in a few minutes here on IdahoSports.com.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Idaho isn't your average state, and we are not your average people. We're not afraid to jump feet first, and we see the world a little differently. We know the importance of slowing down and the value of catching up. When we're not busy getting lost, we're looking out for one another. Our whitewater is aggressive, but our driving is not. We know all about taking chances, but we also know our limits. We drive safely because we care.
It's who we are.
And we're back here at halftime from Lewiston. Lakeland leads 13-7 over the Bengals at the half. Some stats for you from the first half. Lakeland rushing statistics, 12 carries, 51 yards, and 2 touchdowns from Lovey Weil. Benson, 9 carries, 45 yards for the Hawks. Taylor, 3 carries, 15 yards. In the receiving game, Taylor also has four receptions for 25 yards. Hillman, a couple receptions for 17. Davis has 2 receptions for 19 yards. Cash Lund has been money for him. 2 receptions, 36 yards. And Burmeister, 1 reception for 9 yards. That means Benson's 11 of 15 for 103. No interceptions in the first half, so a very effective half for the Hawks. Offensively, a light night for the Bengals so far. They've scored quickly. And they've been, a 3 and out and a couple missed field goals. Rushing attack, Carpenter, 2 carries, 47 yards. Yoder, 2 carries for -6. Top, 3 carries for 3 yards. And then Arlant has 1 carry for 3 yards. Receiving, though, Aldridge, 1 reception, 13 yards. And then Top has 1 reception for 93 yards and a touchdown. And then passing for the night so far for Yoder, he's 2 of 4 for 106 and a touchdown for the Bengals. That's your offensive stats from the first half of play. In this one, Lakeland leads 13-7. If you're kind of looking things over, what adjustments are you going to make for both ball clubs, Coach?
The first thing I really see with Lewiston's offense is with 2 for 4, they're going to have to get the ball in the air. And like I said earlier, they're going to have to get the ball to Drew Aldridge. He's their downfield threat. And I know that Lakeland has done a great job, if you've been watching, stopping that perimeter run game. So either they're going to have to get something going up the middle or, again, get it to Drew. And 2 of 4, I'm guessing that they're going to see that statistic in the locker room and say, we got to get the ball in the air. Defensively for the Bengals, I think as patient as Lovey Weil is, I think the linebackers are going to have to come up and blow up those blocks, because he's literally waiting behind those linemen and those outside receivers, and he's waiting for those holes to open. I think they're going to have to be more aggressive from the linebacker and safety positions and really come up and blow things up. As far as Lakeland goes, they're running the ball effectively. I'd keep the ball in Lovey's hands. I think the kid we might see a little bit more in the second half, and it's fun to say his name, Burmeister. I mean, that kid can play defense and offense, and he ran that nifty little tight end middle screen, and I think that's what they're going to do, though. I think they're going to stay with the ball on the ground.
If you see Lewiston pin their ears back, that's going to set up that screen game. They get too aggressive. I mean, the play action's going to be there. The screens are going to be there if you're the Hawks offensively. And then on defense, Lakeland is really, outside of a couple plays, has really stonewalled this Lewiston offense and kind of discombobulated what they do. And, if you're the Bengals, you're going to have to probably go back to the big play, try to air it out. You've had a couple shots stepped up the field that – you've just missed. And I still,
Lakeland's played that perimeter run game with the Bengals really, really tough. As far as Yoder, he's a great runner. He ran all over Lake City last week, and he's just not getting to the outside. And so I think they're going to have to get something up the middle, and 2 for 4 just isn't Lewiston football, so I think that ball is going to go in the air quite a bit here in the second half.
Yeah, Lewiston did have the 2 missed field goals, so there's opportunities of points coming off the board there. But, you look at it, Lewiston's been inside of Lakeland's 25 4 times in the ball game, and they only got 1 touchdown to show for it. And actually, that touchdown only came from their own 7-yard line. Yeah. So, really, Lakeland's done a pretty phenomenal job outside of a couple plays in this ball game. But Lakeland's had their own chances. That's the thing, too. But no team has coughed the ball up yet. We thought Lewiston did turn over on that fumble, but then, saying it was an incomplete pass, it didn't matter anyways because they missed a field goal. So Lakeland got the ball back at the same spot.
Well, and in a game like this with a championship trophy for the Inland Empire League on the line, that odd number on the Lakeland scoreboard, that blocked extra point, puts those 2 long field goals missed by the Bengals would tie it, but you cringe when you're the coach and you get a blocked field goal or a missed try because it opens everything up. So I think it's going to be a fun game to watch to the finish, and it's gone. It seems, I don't even know what time it is. It seems like it's gone really, really fast.
Yeah, it only took us an hour to get the first half done. So I may be making it back to Coeur d'Alene before midnight tonight.
Yep.
So, and we talk about this. This isn't a snoozer of a ball game by
Not
any
at
means.
all.
This is high-level football. You're watching the number 3 and number 5 team in 5A football go trade blows.
Yeah.
And we're down to the wire with this one. I think it's going to be a fantastic finish that we're going to have in the second half. What's Coach Schroeder going to do? How's it going to match on the opposite side for the Bengals? And, you look at this relative for, Coach Pancari for the Bengals does a great job with his scheme. He's got a great staff with him.
Yes.
With Coach Emmett Doherty, a long-time Lewiston coach. I know that name from when I was in high school. Yeah. Playing across the river for the Bantams. But, you look at Lakeland and for their owner, they've got, Tim Kiefer on the backside of that with a long tenure. Yep. He's a little long in the tooth as far as coaching, too.
Multiple head coaches out on the field tonight.
The coaching staffs for both these teams are just phenomenal. It's showing on the field.
It's fun. When I was in when I coached in Genesee just a few years ago in 8-man football, I would put my old 11-man offense together, and Coach Pancari would let me come down, and the Genesee tiny little Bulldogs would play summer league 7-on-7 against the Bengals and the Greyhounds from Pullman, Clarkston Bantams, Asotin. And
I remember those days.
Oh, my God, it was fun. And my kids got so much out of that. Basic offense for our 8-man team was the same as the 11-man, and that's just the kind of guy Matt was. Matt Pancari would, no matter what, he didn't know any of he knew my kid, but he didn't know any of my other kids, and he would always come to my kids after those 7-on-7 games. He's a gentleman. He's a great guy. And then when I stopped coaching and my staff kind of left Genesee, they hired one of my guys, Eric Rosabo, was my defensive coordinator in Genesee, and he's now coaching for the Bengals. And they just have a veteran staff, and I love seeing Emmett Doherty out there. He was my head coach when I was the athletic director at the high school here. So it is a phenomenal staff. And I would love to know the stat on how many years there hasn't been a Kiefer on the coaching staff at Lakeland High School in 40? How old?
They got rid of Tim for like 2 years, and then he came back.
Yeah, but my whole childhood, you open the paper, Coach Kiefer.
He's sitting right there. He's with the yellow hat on.
Oh, is that him right there?
Yeah, that's Terry.
I can't see him, but how many years has there not been a Kiefer? Come on, that should be a trivia question.
Yeah, and we talk about these staffs and the phenomenal coaches that have come through both these programs, and the storied history of Lakeland in the late 80s was an absolute powerhouse.
And Kiefer versus Menegas.
Yep.
We had a really cool night last year at Bengal Field. We honored Coach Menegas and his 2 state championships, and it was just a wonderful night to be there. Great football players out on the field. Some of them not in great football shape anymore, but it was sure fun to watch. And back in the day, those battles of the Rathdrum Prairie when Kiefer and Menegas were going head to head, and they had those, Post Falls had 2 pro football players, Toffelmeyer and Putzier, and they just did battle, and it was such the coaching staffs in North Idaho back then were so phenomenal. I mean, Bonners Ferry on down.
Yep. And it's still, you could go to Sandpoint back in those days with Loa, and and now they've got a great coach. And Knowles is a great coach in his own right too. And there's just you look at, obviously you have an Amos somewhere.
Yeah, there's always an Amos.
There's always an Amos. He's either in Moscow or he's in Coeur d'Alene or he's at Timberlake.
Yep.
Yeah, there's always an Amos somewhere.
Yep. But I got to grow up in the Herb Kreiner era where we had Herb Kreiner. Came from California. His brother Jim won the national title at BSU in the early 80s. And I don't know how many head coaches we had on that staff. Doug Cox came from Bonners Ferry. Bob Bartlett came from Missoula. Mike Baum came from California with Coach Kreiner. The coaching staffs back then, I was so blessed to be able to play in that era because they were so good. And they were good across the board. I mean, Mullen had the same coach for I can't remember how many years. They were dominant in little itty bitty tiny, can't even see it from the highway, Mullen, Idaho. Yeah. So
And there's, you could look at things now where it's like, Wallace you go back to the heydays of like Kellogg was competing with Coeur d'Alene. Those days of that old conference were just, unbelievable.
Well,
I know we're talking history and we sound like a couple old.
I am old. Well, and it's funny because of course, Larry Schwenke followed, in that time, and I got to actually be on Larry Schwenke's staff. Brad Murray was at Post Falls. I got to play coach on his staff. We just had amazing football coaches all up and down the panhandle of Idaho. It was so fun.
So we're scoreboard watching a little bit. If you're paying attention, if you're from Coeur d'Alene, here's a final. Rocky Mountain beats Eagle 38-0. Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Rocky, it looks like a team possessed right now after what Coeur d'Alene did to them in the playoffs last year. They're playing with their hair on fire, undefeated, going into the playoffs in the 6A SIC title. Also out there, Rigby's beating up on Thunder Ridge 49-18 at the end of the third quarter. Cuna is up on Meridian 24-13. Looks like that one's about to go final.
Well,
and Ryrie beats Salmon 47-6. That's some small school ball there in 2A. Let's go. Trying to update our flash. So
sure.
And you can always check scores too if you don't. I don't want to say leave our game, but always Friday Night Flash. You can go and check the scores from Friday nights on IdahoSports.com. Keep that live and updated throughout the evening. Got games going on all over the place too. You got Wallace taking on Lakeside for a league championship up there in the North Star Conference.
Yep.
That's a heck of a matchup. In Wallace tonight, Brandon Bainey's on the call with Stetson Spooner, another great guy.
Yep.
He's on the call with Brandon in that one. That's a fun game going on up the road in Wallace too. So
I think
we've got a fun game too.
Yep. Yeah, we do. And I think the other one I'm trying to get information on Genesee and Deary tonight, but nobody will text me. They're all watching the game.
So final, Cuna does beat Meridian 24-13. Middleton beats Mountain View 17-14. Rocky beats Eagle 38-0. Bishop Kelly goes final over Emmett 21-6. That does have some bearing in Max Prep's rankings here in 5A. Skyview blanks Ridgeview 21-0. Homedale clobbers Coal Valley Christian 54-0. Teton loses to Sugar Salem. I believe that score was 54-7 was the final.
I'm a Teton fan. I used to, when I was in Lapway, I was not a Homedale fan. They were so good and so well coached.
Nampa Christian beats Grangeville 22-6.
They're good. They're good every year.
Valley beats Notice 58-22.
My nephew Nate was a Valley Christian kid, and those guys are good year in and year out.
Pokey beats Century 27-3. Halftime in Wallace, Lakeside up 6, 28-22. That's a dandy ball game.
For an 8-man game?
Game.
That's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, you don't like the score, wait 10 seconds. It's going to change. So
that is the truth.
I mean, it doesn't get much more wild and wacky in the world of football than you go 8-man and you look at a score. You start scoreboard watching in the second half. But we've got a great game here ourselves. 13-7, Lakeland with the lead. Lewiston's going to start with the football. We're going to break for a commercial. We'll be back here in about a minute and a half here on IdahoSports.com.
I'm always looking for new ways to save, but I haven't found anything better than my P1FCU Ascend checking account. It's a free account that earns 3.5% APY of your average monthly balance. That could feed your coffee obsession for 2 weeks. Not only am I earning money, but I also have all the great features of a checking account, like mobile deposit and mobile wallet. Open your Ascend checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today. APY is the annual percentage yield.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
All right, we're back as we wrap up halftime. It's about ready to start the third quarter play, get this one, the final 2 stanzas. And what's turned out to be a dandy of a ball game so far. Lakeland leads 13-7 over the Bengals. They're going to start with the football to start the second half. Question mark is going to be, are we going to see the running back, Noah Carpenter, make his way back in? I know we saw him go down with an injury.
As the Bengals were entering the stadium, I was trying to find him over there. Do you
He's got
see him?
this pink spat tape on his ankles. He's over there trying to loosen up. Oh, wait, nope, never mind. That's Yoder. I haven't seen him. That'll be interesting to see if Noah's back out there. He's normally returning, but I don't see him out there on the return team. So back deep to receive for the Bengals is going to be number 6, Nathan King.
That might. I think you are right. No, that's him. He's right on the 35. Isn't it?
No, that's 9.
Oh, is it?
Those has kind of got some
so
those wacky numbers.
My 59-year-old eyes can't see that far.
So Lakeland's going to kick it off here. Sterling's got it teed up.
Here we go. It's going to be a half here.
Ready to have some fun. And kind of a short squabbly kick. It's going to bounce right into the hands of the returner. Across the 25 and then wrapped up. Nothing doing. 26-yard lines where the Bengals are going to start on offense. Nathan King on the return. Nice coverage team there by Lakeland. That was trying to get a number on that one. 32 out there. Hunter Averitt, sorry. Yoder in the shotgun. He's going to hand off. Top straight ahead. He's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
I had a feeling there was going to be a pass on that first down play, but Top in the middle again. We said earlier that perimeter run game has been stopped by Lakeland, so let's see what the middle has.
So pickup of 1. Vanek's in there on the defensive line this time around. Trying to run up the middle is Yoder, and he runs right into the waiting arms of Vanek. That's 280 pounds falling on you. House comes down.
That is a big kid.
So no gain. 3rd down and long. Sardina in on the tackle as well. He's kind of that little joker D-tackle they put over the nose. It's just kind of slight build, but he just finds a crease. Play action. Taking a shot up the field. Aldridge with it across the 40. Swarmed under and brought down to the 41-yard line. So pitch and catch of 12.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Drew Aldridge has got to get – they've got to get him in the game, got to get him the ball, and that was a great little downfield pitch and catch, like you say. Well done by the Bengals. Moving the chains.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 42. They're going to run an option to the near side. Yoder runs right into the teeth of the Lakeland defense and picks up a couple on the carry.
Just got a text, another barn burner in 8-man football, 22 for Deary, 14 for Genesee, and that has, if I'm not mistaken, playoff implications. So
when you're in at this point with both those teams.
Yep.
Counter coming back the other way, sniffed out by the Hawks. Right at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
That was Cash Lund again. We keep saying that name, number 80.
Burmeister up front, along with Ryan Craner.
Brought Vanek off on defense.
Pass, Yoder surveying, throws it, and in the hands of his waiting receiver, that's Aldridge with the catch. And it's going to be a pickup of 8 and the first down.
Thought they might put Vanek back in on first down, but they're keeping their pass defense in.
So hand off top, goes straight ahead. Picks up a couple on the carry. The vaunted Bengal rushing attack has been held to not much. I think they've got 51 total yards as Yoder's going to pass the screen out the left side. That was Arlen on the reception. Pickup of 3.
Well, I'm now being trash texted by the Lewiston Bengal athletic director, Doug Henderson, because he's a Deary Mustang, and he's given me the Go Mustangs on my text thread. So I'll have some words with
He's
him
at
afterwards.
State right now down in East Idaho watching the Bengal girls team. And
Yes, he is.
Lakeland just gave Lewiston a first down on the offsides.
I got to coach against Doug Henderson, our athletic director, when he was a player, and then I got to coach against him when he was the Mustang coach. Now I get to work with him as an administrator in our district. He's a great kid. He's done an amazing job getting this field ready.
Yeah.
The whole entire staff has.
He was a huge help lining things up for us to be able to do this broadcast tonight. Yoder drops back, tries to throw the slant. Penalty flag comes in. Looked like good coverage, but they may say maybe a little too good there from Caden Carl on the coverage. They've had a hand on the back of the Bengal receiver.
From the angle, I think that's all it could have been. The linesman was kind of behind the play and wide, so.
Oh, offsetting penalties. So we'll replay the down. Bengals were offsides or in motion or something. I had a procedure penalty on the backside of that. So dodging a bullet there. You got Aldridge here on the near side, man up with Carl on him. I know the coach was telling me we're just going to line man on man and just go with it. So they're going to run top, back inside, cuts back. Nice gain on first down, pickup of 4 on the carry.
Patient run there by Austin. He's starting to really read the blocks of his offensive linemen and doing a much better job getting downfield. Good job.
Sorry, that was 6 yards on the carry. I don't want to slight the young man. So second down at 4. Ball at the 34-yard line. 8:30 left here in the third quarter. So the first quarter of the second half. That didn't make much sense. Trying to get on the fade on the outside. They're going to get a penalty flag, but out of bounds. They're going to give him the reception.
Did he? It's hard to tell from over here. I did not see. Oh,
said it's incomplete,
yep.
But then there's going to be PI on the defense.
Just saying he didn't turn around?
Tangled. That looks like they got tangled up, that's all. But
I was trying to figure that out.
Quick draw with the penalty flag. I've got glasses, so I'm trying. Sometimes they help me out, sometimes they don't. We'll see what the call is here.
With the, the P1FCU, a beautiful stadium here.
So they've got a personal foul against Lakeland, and then
what was
pass interference against Lakeland.
Double foul?
You might have called 2 personal fouls. I don't know. I saw him signal the personal foul twice and then the pass interference. I don't know how they're going to tack this one on.
It's so hard to.
I think they may have had a late hit on the quarterback.
Oh. Let's see what.
I was watching the ball, but in the backfield, Yoder was pulling himself up the turf. So I think that's the call was going to be roughing the passer and then pass interference. So it would be half the distance to the goal. It would be bringing it down inside the 15-yard line, down to the 13?
I can't wait till the booth is built so we can get a little higher next time.
Yeah, we actually see what yard line we're on.
It's so hard with the angle of the lights.
So yeah, first down attempt ball at the 14-yard line. Lewiston gets helped out by the penalty handoff, inside run.
Was that 26?
Yeah, it was 26 on the carry.
Sawyer Casey.
Casey,
yeah, Sawyer Casey.
Sawyer Casey's been in for Carpenter. 6-yard.
Tackle made by Davis.
So second down at 4. Handoff inside, quarterback run inside, and he's thrown for 5. If you're a wrestling fan, that was Vanek getting the 5-point throw. No gain on the play.
Lakeland is playing tough technique with those outside corners. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to put one up in the air and tell Drew Aldridge to go get it. He's out here wide. He has one defender on him.
Throw it to the corner and see if he can get the
see if he can go get it. Third down right here.
So 3rd and 4. And Yoder's going to run over the right side looking for the edge. Flag comes sailing in as he gets close to the goal line. I think that's going to be holding on the Bengals. Either that or it was a low block. They did have a low cut back there with one of the inside receivers too. So we'll see what the play is.
Yep, holding.
I'm kind of curious where they actually spotted that, because it would be 4th down if he's short. So they're going to take the penalty, march it back. Bring up 3rd down from the 16-yard line.
I can't imagine this is not going to Drew Aldridge.
So you got Aldridge to the near side. King out to the left. Yoder's going to pass. He's scrambling. Pressure coming. He's running. He's looking for the edge. Oh. And he's going to get met by the Lakeland defender, but I think the Lakeland defender got blocked in the back.
Yep, block in the back.
Which if you're Lakeland, absolutely take that one. That's 15 coming the other way too.
Oh, they waved it off.
Really?
I just saw him wave it off, yep.
So 4th down. So Yoder got 9 on the carry. Yoder in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Pass out to the near side. Aldridge. Jump ball. Incomplete. Lakeland football. Turnover on downs. Bend but don't break by the Hawks.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, there was that pass on the outside to Aldridge. Looked like he might have jumped just a little bit too soon, but pretty decent ball.
Our camera out. What in the world just happened? We just lost our camera. I don't know what just happened. That was wild. Well, there we go. Oh, we had it for a second. We're trying to get it back as Lakeland's on offense. They're going to hand it off. Lovey Weil over the left side, straight ahead. Nice pickup on 1st down, gain of about 7 on the play. So 2nd down at 5. Sorry, a 5-yard gain from Lovey Weil. Crowd got so crazy they knocked our camera out. At least I know what I'm doing. Over the right side, Weil met at the line of scrimmage, keeps his legs churning, tumbles over the line. Picks up a couple there.
He just doesn't stop moving. Great defense by the Bengals. Stopped him right at the line of scrimmage, and he still managed to get about 2 yards.
So bring 3rd down and 1. Not the spot you want to be if you're Lakeland and get stopped here at a punt. Their defense has been playing masterful, with the exception of a couple plays. Handoff coming around, 1st down. Lovey picks up 3 on the carry. I think he's had 100 yards in every game this year.
Yeah, with 1,200 total. I mean, that kid.
He's had a couple of 200-yard games too.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. Sorry, 23. Can't read the board here. It's a weird angle.
Yeah, ball in the 28.
It says 28, but they're not they're not close to the 30.
No, they are not. You're right. Sorry, I got to quit watching.
I don't know. I think the scoreboard it was off because they're saying it's a 28. I'm like, no, they haven't even crossed the 25 yet. But a 5-yard gain on first down from Lovey Weil.
I should have brought my binoculars. I'm struggling.
We are on the struggle bus right now. So now the ball's at the 28-yard line.
Yep, there we go.
It says first down and 2, and I'm like, there's no – look at the down marker.
Oh, there we go. 2nd and 3 on the 27.
Lovey Weil cut back inside. Nice run on the zone. Pickup of almost, we'll say 6 on the carry and the first down.
Brennan Rice again on that tackle. Good job by him. Weil's not that hard to bring down sometimes, but boy, it's taken 2 of them every time. So he just keeps moving.
So 3:54 left here, the third quarter.
It has been a fast third quarter.
2 receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield with Benson. And he's going to keep it straight ahead. And almost, he could have ran through that. He had some grass in front of him. He picks up 5 on the carry. He'll bring up 2nd down and 5. According to the board, it's 3rd and 10. Trying to figure out what's going on over there, but all right.
Well, I know
so
that
2nd 5.
with this new system, it is so with the lights all. They're trying to keep everything synced, and I know they've had a struggle. The administrators have been out here at 11 o'clock at night, trying to make sure these things are working the way they want them to. So
inside handoff coming around, end around. And we got a flag on the backside of the play. That was super late. We'll see what the call is.
Block in the back?
I have no idea, but that was Sardina had the first down, but they're going to say holding? I mean, that was way away from the play, and there wasn't even a Bengal defender around.
I think he signaled block in the back.
Yep. Oh, it was block in the back. There wasn't a Bengal defender there. We're in the crowd. I have to hit that dump button pretty quick. So 2nd and 15, if I was called 14 here.
We have a mute button.
Right here. It's right there.
In case you need it.
Benson in the shotgun. Tight receivers to each side. He's going to throw. Has Taylor out on the near side. Taylor picks up 7 on the play.
Brock Thompson on the tackle for the Bengals.
So we give him 8 on the reception.
That's incomplete to Taylor. Thompson on the tackle. That'll make it 3rd and 7 for the Hawks.
Big play here. See if the Bengals can get a stop.
Benson, handoff, Weil, left side, following Vanek. He's got the first down, out of bounds. May have been a face mask again, no call. This crowd's about to come on court.
I'll tell you, when he gets behind, that Vanek kid is big, and he's athletic. He's out there chugging pretty fast. He's got some good wheels on him.
So 82 yards rushing in the game for Weil. First down at 10, fresh set of downs for the Hawks. Lovey cuts back, lets the defender go by. Cross the line of scrimmage, pick up a 3 on the carry. So 2nd down at 7, ball at the 49-yard line of the Hawks, just on their side of midfield. Play action pass. Taylor snares the pass, brings it down and picks up 8 and the first down.
Athletic move by the umpire getting out of the way of that pass. It came out of the quarterback's hand pretty fast.
So first down at 10 now on Bengal territory. Lakeland putting together a nice drive here.
Nice little fill route over the middle. He really replaced the umpire. The umpire had to get out of the way.
Coach Carr and the scissor lift behind us for the Hawks on the play call. Little swing pass out to Taylor, trying to cut back inside, get anything or cover, and he's going to pick up 2.
Benson's pass complete to Taylor. Tackle made by Brennan Rice. 2nd and 9 coming up for Lakeland.
So second down. I call that a long 8.
Yeah. That's a very long 8. I think the temperature just dropped about 10 or 15 degrees.
Yeah. Wind's starting to shift a little bit. Still pretty mild night. The flag's steady out there in the north end zone. And a flag.
What do you call?
Delay game. Too many men in the huddle. Yep. That's the bad side about being on the opposite side is you don't get to see the penalty call necessarily. So second down at 14 after the penalty. I was hoping to get out of here a decent enough time I'll be able to call Fazari's.
You might get there. Best pizza in America right there.
Yes, it is. Handoff, wow, left side. Vanek just plants his defender. Holy smokes, he buried him as Weil picks up 5 on the carry.
Vanek might be a little banged up on that play. He was bent over at the waist, and now he's limping pretty good.
And I'll bring up third down and long, and that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Nobody scores in this one, but we're going to head to the fourth quarter. One possession ball game. Lakeland leads 13-7. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on IdahoSports.com.
P1FCU has been serving Vandals across the Northwest for decades. Now, we're investing even more in Idaho students. We are helping make the Beams Financial Literacy Program available to all students and providing student athletes access to money management support through Elevate Idaho. Without our members, we couldn't impact these students' financial wellness. Become a member and get your exclusive Vandal debit card to help support Vandal Nation. Visit p1fcu.org/govandals to learn more.
And we're back here for the fourth quarter play. We're going to switch sides of the 50. Lakeland's now shooting towards the north end zone. Hawks with the ball, third down and 9. Putting together a little drive here after they stopped Lewiston, got the turnover on downs.
Yeah, my Bengals are going to have to tighten up here a little bit. They got to get on offense quickly.
So third down and 9. Benson in the shotgun. Weil in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the near side. He's going to pass. He's got Jace Taylor. Slides in, takes a big hit, but he might have enough for the first down. He gets down to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 7 in the first down. Sorry, pickup of 9 in the first down.
Nathan King hit him hard from behind. That was a very scary play there for a minute, but he bounced right back up. Nope, maybe not. He just came off. Uh-oh. Yeah, he got hit pretty good.
So first down at 10, ball at the 31. 2 receivers out to the left side. Weil's going to run it patiently over the left side. Pick up of 4 on the carry. Did you see something away from the ball there, Coach?
I was just watching Jace Taylor came off. He got hit really hard, and they're keeping him off for a little bit. They're going to take a look at him.
So Weil 7 yards shy of the century mark. Making hay here in the second half. 2 receivers split wide to the left. Up back to the right. They're going to keep it. Benson's just going to run power over the right side. Flag on the play as he takes an absolute shot.
Multiple flags on the play. One coming from the other sideline as well.
I mean, they know it's holding before they even make the signal. So they're walking this one off, holding on the Hawks. The penalty disparity has been pretty drastic here in the middle moments of this ball game. Second down and 17. Sorry. I got to stop listening to the crowd. I can hear it in my microphone. 2 receivers to the left, up back to the right. This is Terry Davis. Benson drops back, surveys, scrambling, lets it fly. He's going to throw it a little short. Into the end zone! Touchdown, Lakeland Hawks! Hillman pulls that out of nowhere. How did Benson get that in? I thought he threw it short and that ball just carried. What a huge score for Lakeland. Because they gave the touchdown to the wrong team.
Well, they're going to have to.
There we go. Corrected on the scoreboard. PAT coming. Kick is up and knocked it through to Sterling. So 36-yard touchdown reception for Peyton Hillman. As we pray our camera doesn't get unplugged with the fans rumbling their feet here. Have yourself a night, Hayden Benson. Thrown for 166 yards so far in this ballgame and a touchdown.
Well, let's see how the Bengals respond here. This is a good, mature team with good leadership. Still have 10:37 on the clock. And a good, powerful offense. Still haven't seen Noah Carpenter back, but still have plenty of weapons. Again, I think they're going to have to get the ball in the air to Aldridge and to Cole Arlant. Oh, do we lose our?
We did lose our video after all. Every time that happens, it's sayonara to our camera feed. Excuse this, folks. Didn't miss anything, though.
Nope. Just waiting for the kickoff.
So 20-7, Lakeland with the lead over Lewiston in the fourth quarter. And the kick is muffed, finally picked up by the Bengals, back across the 20, jumping up in the air, knocked to the ground on his wallet. Good coverage there by the Hawks. That was number 42, Maverick Garrier.
Who was our return man on that? After the muff by the other player.
That was 6. That was King.
King. He did a nice job of getting positive yards, picking that ball up.
Coming up at the conclusion of the ball game, we'll have our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game, brought to you by the Idaho Transportation Department. Lewiston's got to get a couple scores on the board to make things happen here. Trips coming out to the far side. They're going to throw the quick screen out there. Incomplete. And that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Sawyer Casey, the intended receiver on that screen. Looked like he had some blocks set up as well.
I like the play call in there.
I do too, especially on first down.
So trips out to the left. Sorry. Wide split for the running back. Out to the left, I should say. 2 receivers out to the left, wide. Pressure coming. Yoder's going to get swallowed under and sacked.
Well, that's too bad. He had Austin Top right over the middle. Could have been a long gain.
So Yoder's going to lose 12 on the play? 10 on the play? Trying to see where they actually spot this here. Have to look to the side judge. So a loss of 11. Yoder dancing again. He's going to let it fly. And ball short, Cash Lund's going to get the interception at midfield. The wheels have fallen off for the Bengals here in the second half. First turnover of the ball game.
We're going to have a big defensive stop right here. Going to have to go 3 and out for the Bengals. They have the defense that can do it. Let's see if they do.
Lewiston's going to see if they get a stop here or a turnover. 9:55 left in the ball game. I don't know. Lakeland hasn't won an outright league title. I want to say it's been about, was it 2016? 2015. So 9 years. No, it's 14.
Has it been that long?
That's 10 years.
I only get when you get busy coaching, you keep an eye on your own league and the boys down in southern Idaho. Without the Coeur d'Alene press, I don't see a lot of those games a lot of the times. Full backfield.
Wiles going to run it straight ahead. Dances in the hole. He's off to the races. First down. Lakeland down to the 33-yard line. Pick up the 14 from Weil. That takes him over the century mark.
Touchdown saving tackle by 6, Nathan King. And just another patient run. Made a nice little spin move off a tackle. And then accelerated.
170 yards in the ball game for Lovey Weil, the running back, the senior.
9 above his average.
107.
Oh, 107?
Yeah, 107.
Oh, I thought you said 170, sorry.
He could get there. I mean, there's still 9 minutes left. Power eye offset. Weil straight ahead. Nice run. Pickup of 7 on the carry. These angles, man, these make it so hard.
Yeah, I can't wait till that press box is all complete.
Same here. So
one of the coolest things about this stadium is the work that's gone into it. I was telling you, the administrators were here till all hours of the night, days before the game, trying to make sure the lights matched up with this music and the scoreboard. And when the booth over there is done, our vantage point will be awesome.
You mean we're not going to be on the top of the score box at Old Bengal Field?
Yep. We are moving on up. We're like the Jeffersons.
That's right. While over the left side. Looks like nothing doing. He ends up picking up a yard.
Sorry, that was probably a reference that was a little older than you.
Whatever. It's like Georgia Wheezy. I got
yeah,
you.
no, you got it. You got it.
So 3rd and short coming up for Lakeland.
Okay, this is big here.
Lakeland gets a first down. I mean, we know their offense is ball control.
Come on. Oops, I guess I'm not supposed to cheer for the Bengals, am I? I'm on TV.
You're
sorry.
neutral, right? We're neutral party. You're a neutral party.
I forgot.
Handoff straight ahead. Weil brought down line of scrimmage. Nothing doing. Brings up 4th down.
Crowd kind of cringed on that when he got kind of bent in half, and Jaden Cobley picked him up and sent him back to the huddle. But, that was a little scary.
Excuse me on that one. I had to put on a hat. I got a haircut the other day. I realized I don't have enough hair for this.
I told you it dropped like 15 degrees. And now the flag's moving. So
yep.
Here comes that upriver wind, right?
I know that all too well from steelhead fishing.
Yep.
So.
Yes.
So 4th down and 3.
Timeout by the Hawks. 7 minutes exactly left on the clock.
I think that's a smart timeout if you're Coach Schroeder. You got a 2-possession ball game. The wind's coming out of the southeast. I mean, it's a makeable kick if you wanted to give it a shot, but I don't know if you need to. I think keep it on the ground.
They've kind of struggled with their extra points, they've been those low knuckle balls. I don't know if they've got the distance.
Long gone are the days of Owen Forsman and Cade Coffey.
Yeah.
Two Idaho Vandal kickers from Lakeland.
Yep. I used to love watching Coffey when he'd warm up. God, he'd be back there.
It makes a different sound.
Yeah, he was clear down at the corner club kicking. He was kicking a mile. That kid was fun to watch.
Forsman's not far behind.
I don't know that I realized he was from Lakeland.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's got a heck of a leg.
He was fun to watch.
Two receivers to the left, single back in the backfield. Sardina in there. They're just going to go Benson straight ahead, trying to jump in. First down and then some. Cuts back. 5. Touchdown, Lakeland. 27-yard scamper from Benson.
On 4th down.
On 4th down. Do we lose our camera feed again? We got to figure out this for next week, but there's our feedback. Never fails. Lakeland fans get all excited. They're coasting in. Extra point's good. I mean, Lewiston's got some tough uphill sledding now. Lakeland pouring it on here in the 4th quarter, up 27-7 over the Bengals on senior night. Winner is the outright IEL 5A champ. They're going to be hosting a playoff game next week.
Yep. I should have asked before the game, what is the rest of the picture for?
I can tell you that because I actually have the bracket. I think I'm using it as my stat sheet.
Yes, you are.
So, Skyline right now is the number 1 seed. Hillcrest is the 2. Lakeland sitting at 3rd right now. Bishop Kelly at 4th. Lewiston 5th. Minico is 6th. Valley View 7th. Blackfoot is the 8th seed. Bonneville is 9. Emmett is 10. Bishop Kelly, we know, has a win over Emmett.
Yep.
They're not going to jump Lakeland if Lakeland pulls this off against Lewiston. Lewiston has a top 5. Lakeland would end up with a top 5 win. The margin is razor thin. Lakeland really could, depending on what happens here, if they're at the 20-point mark, they can get the extra bonus point in the Max Preps rankings, or the 20-point win. They could end up the 2 seed.
Wow.
Which would be huge, because that would mean that Lakeland would be hosting throughout.
And what seed did you say Lewiston would be?
Lewiston is the 5 right now, with a loss, they're going to go to 9 because the automatic bids get top 8 seeds. If you want to see the mess, you can go check out Brandon's bracketology post on IdahoSports.com. It's right there on the front page as the kick goes out of bounds. 6:57 left in the ball game. What a game, man. Hayden Benson has just been playing with his hair on fire tonight. 77 yards on the ground with a touchdown, 166 in the air with a touchdown. Lovey Weil has 115 on the ground with 2 touchdowns. I mean, Benson could end up being our IdahoSports.com player of the game.
You know, with all the talk about Lovey Weil at the beginning, and don't get me wrong, he's had a great game, but Benson has played very, very well.
Yoder's going to carry it around the right side, scamper on the first down carry for the quarterback.
Out of bounds.
Pick up, I think they're going to give him 11 in the first down.
That's one of only a couple of successful perimeter runs by Yoder. He has great legs. He can run. Let's see what we get here.
So 4 yards in the game for Yoder after that 11-yard carry. Yoder drops back, pressure coming. Throws out to the right side, top with it. Across the 45 and out of bounds at the 40-yard line, pickup of 8.
You know, we were talking during the break, a lot of those big guys, like, you know, Fletcher's out there, number 55, Fletcher Wadsworth. A lot of young guys on this Bengal team, and Austin Top's one of them. He's only a junior. And there he goes again.
Top goes straight ahead, nothing to it. No gain on the play. Yoder's thrown for 137 in the ball game. does have that one interception Lakeland turned into a touchdown.
It's going to be encroachment on the defense. So that'll move the sticks. First down, Bengals off the defensive offsides.
I had a moth in my headset.
Is that what you were doing? I was like, he quit talking. I'm not the talk guy. He's the talk guy.
Tickling my ear?
I couldn't figure out what you were doing.
It was wild.
He's supposed to be talking right now.
I feel like a moth was trying to crawl in my ear. So first down and 10 after the penalty. Casey straight ahead. He's going to pick up 4 on the play.
Well, I'm sometimes sounding like a broken record, but Drew Aldridge is going to have to get the ball here pretty soon. And
here it is. We saw this earlier in the game, the 4 receivers, and then we got a false start by Aldridge. Jumps off. That's exactly what they were going to, Coach. You read it like a book.
Yeah, that kid has to have the ball in his hands. He's a huge threat for the Bengals, and I think that's exactly they saw a squat defender, and off he went.
He's got Caden Carl, the sophomore, over him, who's going to be a good one. I mean, Caden's guarding the marquee receiver for the Bengals. Here it comes again. He's going to throw it short and
little comeback route, maybe.
Comeback route, a little hook route there, and he's going to pick up 13 to Aldridge.
I'm going to keep going to him. I also like Nathan King over here. He's got the wide side of the field to play with.
So Yoder in the shotgun. Arlent in motion. Handoff, Casey straight ahead. And gets down to the 20. Pickup of 2. Clock continues to run. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the game. Lakeland leads 27-7. Arlent in motion. Lewiston with a loss would be traveling to Preston. Yoder rolls out incomplete. Pressure put on by the Hawks. That was 51. Will Pede in there, as well as Sardina, and they're going to say there's a penalty on the Bengals.
Oh, they changed it.
They changed it and it was against the Hawks?
Yeah, I think
a face mask?
I couldn't see if he was calling face mask. Might have been. Would have been on the quarterback, Yoder. Calling a horse collar. Can you get to Preston from Lewiston?
Not easily.
Where do you
it is literally like, I mean, the only further run would be like
I don't even know how to get there.
Bonner's Ferry to Preston and be like opposite corners. Draw the diagonal. Lewiston, I mean, you're going to have to go to Missoula.
I don't think you can get there from
You're going to have to go to Missoula to Butte south.
Yes, down 15.
Yep.
Through the great city of Dillon, Montana.
And then through Idaho Falls, Pokey that way. Go. And sandwich from behind and down for the sack. Is Yoder. Gets dropped. Sardina on the pressure. Also in there was Cash Lund on the sack. Cash Lund's been everywhere.
Yes, he has. He's had a good game. I got to remember to quit cheering, but I can't help it, so I'm cheering for him anyways.
It's a loss of 7. Oh. And off the chest plate, and incomplete flags come in. And this is going to set, I mean, the Lakeland crowd is a powder keg right now.
They're saying Arlen got hit coming back to the football.
I agree to disagree.
Yeah.
There's no way.
A lot of flags. I can't tell you enough great things about Cole.
So half
Arlen.
the distance, second down.
Cole is such a great kid, and just a good human being, good family.
So they're going to walk it half the distance. Reset, second down and goal from the 5. 4:35 and counting. And we got something coming off the sideline.
We didn't have the right down, I don't think.
Oh, they don't have the down wrong on the board.
Well, I think it was over here, too.
Okay.
I think the headlinesman double-checked it with.
The wind is really kicking up now.
Yeah,
out of the south.
I can hear it.
I can feel it. Yoder. Hand off inside. Crisscross coming back the other way. Is that King on the carry?
No, that's Arlen again.
Arlen again on the carry. pick up 1. I mean, you're telling me that Lakeland has held Lewiston to under 70 yards rushing as a team in this ball game. That is unbelievable. Herculean effort by this Lakeland defense in this game as Yoder is going to turn around handoff. He's rolling out to his right. He's got his man. That's Aldridge into the end zone.
Again.
Touchdown from 5 yards out.
That was a great little play design. Thought the ball was going to come back this way to the running back. Instead, Yoder peels off to the right, to the far side of the field, throws that little delay route outside to again, Drew Aldridge. I keep saying his name. Got to keep throwing the ball to him.
So waiting the point after. Kick is up and knocks it through. So 27-14, Lakeland with the lead. Lakeland, I wouldn't expect to take the foot off the gas. They know that there's those max preps bonus points in there for a 20-point victory.
Well, 3:56 to go. We're going to see an onside kick, I would assume, right here.
I would definitely assume that.
Yeah, I wouldn't kick it downfield because they can control the ball so well. So we'll see what happens here. Still have time. We still have time, Ryan. We still have time.
Your former school, the Bengals. My former school, Lakeland.
yeah. See? And I didn't know that when you first invited me. I was like, now I know. So, yeah.
A little ballot. No, I don't root for anybody. Everybody knows that.
Oh, I have to root for my Bengals.
It's funny. It was like when I coached at Pullman and we played Clarkson as a league game. That'd be
yeah.
half the staff I went to high school with.
Yep. Well, I coached
including my former coach.
Yeah, I coached against Coeur d'Alene early on, and it was like heartbreaking. And then I became a Bengal and I even have a Bengal tattoo on my leg. So I'm a Bengal Viking, maybe. I don't know what I am.
Involved with that or something?
Oh, it was Golden Throne. I bet the kids they couldn't raise a record-breaking amount of money for charity, and I had to get a tattoo in front of 1,200 students in the gym at Booth Hall. The worst is I got an L on my right leg. That makes sense.
So here comes the onside kick. That has not gone 10 yards yet.
Oh!
But Lakeland scoops up on it. They're going to start with the ball.
Smart play. Who is that?
Is that Burmeister? Nope, that was Hillman.
Yeah, Hillman. That was a smart play. Those are nerve-wracking when it still has a little ways to go. What did he get on that? About 8 yards from the...
Yeah, he picked it up at 8 yards. It hadn't gone 10 yet. They didn't want to let it do the golf roll and then have the dog pile. So Lakeland's getting the ball first down at 10 in the Lewiston territory at the 49-yard line.
In case anybody cares about my opinion on onside kicks, I hate the new NFL kickoff rule.
Oh, it is garbage.
Oh, just makes me want to. I think they should go to commercial. So boring.
Just give it to him at the 25.
That's
what you're going to do.
Pretend it's flag football in 6th grade.
Fly up.
Yeah.
Just fly up. That's what you should do for the kickoff. Just fly up.
I used to love fly up. Kids still play it today.
Benson under center. Going to keep it. Just going straight ahead. Push. Effective play. Gain of 5.
I was watching the Lakeland offensive line. It looked like to me they cut their line splits literally down foot to foot, just turning their shoulders to the inside and following that center.
Benson with 82 yards rushing in the game. Second down and 5. IdahoSports.com player of the game coming up at the end of this one. Will it finally be somebody other than Lovey Weil for a Lakeland game? Could it be Cash Lund? I mean, he's got the interception.
He's had a great game.
Benson under center. Turnaround handoff. Weil straight ahead. He's off to the races. 20, 10, taillights. Touchdown, Lakeland. 46 yards from Lovey Weil into the end zone. We hold our collective breath to see if we lose our signal.
Go fall.
Guess what Lovey has in the game?
Ooh, what are we up to, 200?
No. his average.
Oh, 161, shocker.
PAT is up and good. He's got 161 yards rushing in the game. 3:05 left in the ball game. Lakeland's up 20, 34-14. Just praying our camera survives. Butte County beats Grace 48-22.
The Pirates.
Butte County, talk about a logjam at the top of 2A. Butte County, Kendrick.
It is every year.
Hagerman.
Yep.
Logos. How about Logos' win last week over Kendrick?
I didn't see that one coming. I'd have lost the house if I bet. I'll tell you, that was no fun coaching against Coach Hobart and the Kendrick Tigers there for a little while. They've been so good for so long, it's not even funny. And the worst is we knew what they had in like 5th grade.
Yep.
You know, we knew the 5th graders were going to be good.
You could see it coming.
Oh, good.
And they're going to still be good for a few more years. Like, it's not going to end anytime soon.
Yeah, it was. When
I think their junior high team went undefeated this year.
In the last 10 years.
Yeah.
When my Genesee Bulldogs moved down classification due to enrollment, I was pretty excited about that.
I'm glad to see the Fighting Podrobskis.
I love
Justin. JP's a good dude, and he's doing a great job with that team.
He is doing a fantastic job.
Sterling kick low. It's going to roll. Be picked up, kind of muffed. And then finally, King comes up with it across the 20. Cuts inside, back to the 30, and he's going to get knocked down.
I do a little fundraiser every year for the Genesee Sports Program, and I help Coach Podrobski and the other coaches of the fall and winter sports. And Justin was my teacher's aide when I was the AD at Lewiston, and
he was a heck of a quarterback.
Oh my God, he was great, and he's so big. You know, he had a tryout with the Cowboys, played great tight end for the Vandals, but he used to sleep on my purple couch in my office, and I tried to get him to do work, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not feeling it today." He was so big I couldn't argue.
I got a funny story about him. Is we got it pass out to the left side for the Bengals and knocked down inbound. Smart tackle there by Lakeland. The reception, that was number 21. Blaze Hepburn.
Yeah, Blaze, good little athlete. Another Sacagawea Brave right there. It's good to see Blaze out there.
Hepburn with a 3-yard reception.
I'm going to tell you right now, too, if Blaze out there, I wouldn't be surprised to see a halfback pass. He can throw the ball.
So another reception out to the right side. That was Arlant on the reception.
Cole went down pretty hard on that play. He might.
Gain of 2.
Looks like he's all right. Might have lost his wind a little bit.
Yoder rolling to his right, throwing, snagged by Arlant, going out of bounds, taking out the referee with them, and I think they're going to say it's incomplete going out of bounds. Or was that, what's the call there? Because they're spotting it. They gave Lewiston the catch.
I think he did catch it. There was an out and up on the outside by Drew Aldridge, and I think the throw was underneath to Arlant. He wasn't moving too fast after that last play. It looked like he got the wind knocked out of him, but still made the catch and made the first down.
Yoder drops back, surveys, throws out wide to the left, out in the middle, nobody other than Jace Taylor trying to make a dive for it.
It's good to see Taylor back in the game. He stayed out for a little bit after a pretty hard hit.
Yoder's thrown for 170 yards in the ball game. Does have an interception, but 2 touchdown passes.
I'm finally right. Now he's 9.
What's that?
Oh, I screwed up before when you said 107. I can't hear either. Can't see, can't hear.
What good are you?
I'm finally right.
Minute 52 left in the game. Yoder's going to hand off inside. Casey with it, cuts back, slides down at the 48. Inbounds. Clock's going to continue to run. Bring up 3rd down. So 1:30 and counting. Yoder rolling to his right. He's going to throw.
Aldridge again.
Has Aldridge out there to the right side. Pickup of 12 on the reception.
1:28 on the clock here left in the game.
Yoder in the shotgun, 2 backs with him in the backfield. Two receivers to one side. Single receivers Aldridge. Scrambling. Pressure's on. He's going to scramble. Runs through the hands of Pede and finally brought down after a 7-yard gain.
Great job by Yoder.
That was Bauer on the tackle.
54 for Lakeland. Reynolds, Donovan Reynolds limping pretty good after that play. It looked like he got rolled up on.
Yoder's going to get sacked in the backfield, and a big loss of 9 on the play. And that's going to be number 28, Broxton Lukey. So 3rd down and 10. Lakeland been putting the pressure on defense tonight. 30 seconds. Yoder rolling. Pressure again. Sacked again. Ben Bixby on the sack. The loss of 11. "15 seconds left, and I think Lewiston might just let the clock run out. And that's going to do it. Your 5A IEL champs this year. The Lakeland Hawks are going into the first round of the playoffs with a win, 34-14 over the Bengals in impressive fashion.
Oh, I think we just got a wet, the Gatorade jug is empty, and that thing had ice in it. It's a little too cold for that tonight. I hope Coach brought an extra change of clothes.
Who cares? You got a long bus ride home, sit by the heater.
Yeah, sit in the front.
Sit in the front by the heater. 34-14, your final. Lakeland wins the 5A IEL championship. It's been a decade since the last one. They get the monkey off their back, and they are going into the first round of the playoffs. We could be looking at a top 2 seed, Coach.
I think so. I think with the movement tonight, they played well against a team that's beaten, 2 6A schools in Lake City and Coeur d'Alene. That's a good resume for Lewiston and for Lakeland to win this game and win the championship. I think they should move up.
So we drawing straws for IdahoSports.com player of the game. I mean, we've got Lovey Weil with 161 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Benson with 82 yards rushing, a touchdown on the ground, 166 yards passing, and a touchdown in the air.
I got it. Do I get a vote?
I'll give you the deciding vote.
Okay. I have to say this. I think the difference in the game was Hayden Benson's ability to throw the ball downfield in pretty tight coverage a lot of time and make great plays. I think Lovey Weil is one of the best running backs that I've seen in a while. I wasn't expecting Hayden Benson to do what he did.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. So, with that said, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. We'll put the script up there on the board. There we go. Player of the game brought to you by Shift Idaho, the Idaho Transportation Department. Player of the game is Hayden Benson of Lakeland. 82 yards on the ground with a touchdown in the air. 166 yards passing and a touchdown for the Hawks in the ballgame. Lakeland wins 34-14 over the Bengals. And they are going to go into the playoffs hosting a first-round playoff game. And they're going to have a very winnable game. They haven't won a first-round game in a long time. Yeah. And I know that's a monkey they've been had. That's something we talked about when I was coaching back in 2016. Yeah. So it's been a few years.
Congratulations to the Hawks and to Hayden Benson. I would like to apologize to Cash Lund because I'll get everybody that if anybody knows me, they know I'm an offensive guy, so I'm always going to pick an offensive player. But Cash Lund also had a great game. I think he set the tone on defense.
Yeah, so as Lakeland's going through their final paces of the game before they're going to go celebrate with their fans, your final tonight in Lewiston, Lakeland wins 34-14 over the Bengals. They're going to go into the first round of the playoffs, league champs for the first time in a while. And Lewiston's going to go into they're a playoff team, and they're going to be hitting the road, probably playing in Preston, which is a very winnable game for the Bengals.
100% agree.
And then they're going to go next round. They probably would draw Skyline. They'd be hitting the road back-to-back weeks going to East Idaho. But, I mean, you talk about a team that's got firepower. If they can get Noah Carpenter back, and they're going to fire on all four cylinders.
The other thing I think, too, is – and I know how they do this. I think I'm still on their huddle account. so I've watched some of their games. But, the Lewiston coaching staff, they're going to get into the film room. They're going to bring these kids in. They're going to heal up. We have a great athletic training staff. They're going to have these kids ready to play. But the Lewiston coaching staff, I will tell you right now, will have this team ready to play Preston next week.
Absolutely, and it's, like I said, a very winnable game for the Bengals. It's just unfortunate that district gets 2 auto bids. Yep. That's why Preston gets the host of that game. Otherwise, this game, there is no reason that game would not be here next week.
I will tell you that I've been bragging about this stadium and the efforts of this community, and the community of Lewiston, Idaho gives back to their kids so well, and the voters came out. They put the money up for this school, and then the donations came in for the stadium, and I think the district has just handled it so well, and getting this ready to go. I would have loved to see a home playoff game here, but
as our camera feed goes in and out again, so that's probably the signal that it's about time to wrap things up.
Time to go.
This once again, your player of the game tonight is Hayden Benson of Lakeland. 82 yards rushing and a touchdown, 166 yards passing with a touchdown. He was a difference maker. We knew Lovey Weil was going to get his. He had 161 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Normally that would get it, but Hayden with his legs and with his arm was the difference maker for Lakeland. And Lakeland gets the win 34-14 over the Bengals. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night, brought to you by P1FCU. Also presented statewide by Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Joining me in the booth tonight, thank you again, Mr. Tim Sperber, Coach.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining me tonight, Ryan Skaggs.
Had a blast.
Your final, Lakeland wins 34-14 over Lewiston. It's been a dandy of a ball game. We're going to have more playoff football coming up for you next week right here on IdahoSports.com. Have a great night.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent